I think we're live now. I think. I try not to think too much, though. It gets me in trouble. What's up, co host?
5'3" and sassy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now
Just
I see your video on the TV screen, so now I can really see the what you were saying about the clouds looking like another set of
it
mountains.
does. It looks like the Sierra Mountain Range back there. It's just a line of dark clouds on the horizon. The fog coming off of the mountain.
Very calming, relaxing.
It can be. Still would like to know what those bugs are. Maybe they're aliens. Little tiny aliens. Those white lines are lighter colored lines. The little ones are breaks in the dark clouds, and there's still a little bit of color from the sunset. Thought it was a UFO. Why can't I ever have that camera on, have a UFO show up? That would be cool.
Yeah. Cool, but I would never step foot on my house again. Be like, nope. Hey, Be My Light Crochet, how you doing?
Be my light crochet. Welcome in. It was pretty while we still had some color. Where is Be My Light from?
She was on Nancy's.
No, 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 no. In the world.
Oh.
Good. I'm glad you're good. We just she's Patricia from California. Cool.
Nice to meet you, Patricia.
Well, I'm in central Kentucky and Angel.
I'm from West Central Indiana.
The Hoosier State.
That's right. Who's your angel?
Why, you are.
That's right. My dad had a painting company and it was called Who's Your Painter. That was a good play on words for my dad. Who's your painter?
That's a good pun. That's a dad pun right there.
Yeah.
Hey, let's just share that picture. Oh, and I realized I sent I didn't send the wrong ones to Nancy, but I could have sent her the full size. The ones I sent her because they were easier to get to was Why is the camera shaking? Weird. They were from a panoramic I took, so the images are smaller and they could be stitched together. I didn't realize that until after I sent them. Oh, Kitty's gonna act up now. Oh, there we go. You know, I could get pretty decent panoramic if I've got high enough above the valley. Let it do its thing.
My YouTube crashed.
No.
Yeah.
Your StreamYard is fine, isn't it?
Yeah. If you can hear me, StreamYard's fine.
Yeah. Technology.
All right. Can't do one. I can't do both at the same time anymore.
Evidently not.
I'm still just spinning.
Oh. Yeah, little Calico's trying to get up there where his mom is at. She's way up high.
Aw.
The whole reason Paint got up there was to get away from the babies. That backfired. She's like, why'd you put this baby up here with me? Can't a mama get a break?
Not today. Not today.
No breaks for mama today. Once a mama, always a mama.
That's right. Okay. It came back.
Got it fixed?
Maybe. It's swirling again. I don't have the volume on, but I can see it. It said successfully connected.
That tiny little moon up there.
Oh, wow.
It's almost got some detail to it.
Yeah. I don't think any of the ladies put the moon in theirs.
Because they didn't see that. I did send Nancy this one with the moon in it.
That's neat how you can zoom into it like that.
You know, if I knew it was up there, I would have used the zoom on the drone. Pointed the drone in that direction, then zoomed in. Probably
You
would have
said
been more.
2K.
Yep. Wow.
And you can live stream while you're doing the.
Yeah. I got to make sure that I've got a solid connection to the internet. I did learn that the hard way. I streamed it to. I think I streamed it to my WeatherCam channel to test it. And while the drone was moving, it was breaking up. So you gotta have a really solid Wi-Fi connection outside or a good data connection. And you know, where I live, it's hard to get a good block on that cell tower.
Right.
I mean, there's not a ton of detail there, but if you try that with the regular phone, you know.
Yeah, you're not getting.
Hey, there's the goblin. Welcome in, neighbor.
Hey, Randall.
Hello.
I see you made it home okay.
I've been home for probably about an hour and a half, something like that. What are you watching, Barry? You're watching your footage. Why is there feedback or whatever?
It does that on cell phones sometimes.
Oh,
StreamYard was supposed to fix that about a year ago.
I take it that it's me because I'm the only one on cell phone.
Nah, ain't heard nothing. I usually ignore it. What you been up to, Randall?
and as much today, just been church back and laying on the couch sleeping and taking naps and watching a little bit of television.
There you go, Angel. You weren't the only one that slept today.
Took a little nap on the couch, you know. What are you watching, Barry?
What?
What's that? That's your cam up on your porch.
Yeah. A while ago, the clouds were so low on the horizon, it looked like we hit new mountains.
Looks awful bright back in that way.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's kind of light up through there still. Just looking out the window.
Uh-huh. I thought I was seeing things there for a moment.
What, a UFO? We were looking for one.
I thought I was seeing all that brightness back there, and I didn't even look outside my own window here. So,
Yep.
that's
No
what I
tricks
get for
here.
thinking. Yeah, I thought Barry was playing a trick or something.
Wait, if Maureen was on here, she would still have daylight.
Yeah. Well, the sun hardly ever goes up in there very much. It don't like that northern part too much. Well, yeah, no, I'm saying the opposite.
Yeah, still daylight there. They're like 3 hours behind us, or 2 hours.
I can't believe that.
Uh,
You think they'd be? Of course, they probably don't have time zones like we do. Or she's
oh,
closer
she's on.
to Washington State, ain't she?
Yeah, so she's on. What,
Oh,
Mount-
right.
she'd
Right.
be on Mountain Time.
Yeah, I got it now. Yeah, I had to get my brain to working just a little bit.
Yeah, my friend GT Jr. lives in Alaska around Anchorage,
Mhm.
and he'd have even more sunlight because he's in that. I believe they're in that time right now where it's daylight for 6 months, which would be really weird for me.
Huh.
You know, where they get 6 months of sunlight, 6 months of dark. I couldn't handle that.
It would take some getting used to, that's for sure. You couldn't grow anything outside, that's for sure.
Nah, he, for the most part, his garden's in his garage.
That's be the only way. We got some pretty good. I had to go to the store after church, and man, it comes a gully washer that morning there.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to. No, it's about Junction City. I thought it was just going to wash everything away.
The electric went off for about 2 seconds here.
When I noticed that my computer and clock stuff wasn't, the clocks were blinking and the computer was shut off. Yeah, typical though. They got some high water down there in Case County here, down around Lower Brush Creek. Up there. Got some water across the road and building floating out in the water and that. What they said. I can believe it, but it golly, I hadn't seen it rain like that hard in my life. Well, for a while, I mean. Oh Lord! Oh, it's daytime now.
Yeah.
The sun's coming up.
You guys had Calico wanting to get up here on top of that cabinet again.
Huh. It was the clownest damn cats I've seen in my life.
Yeah, they are.
Golly, that's what these two here are. Keeps me busy. Y'all don't have no business up here on the sink top. There's no reason for you to be up here at all. Oh, we want to go outside. Well, the door's open. Go outside. No, it's raining.
That sounds about right.
Well, what if I just put you in a box and mail you off to somebody who cares?
Mail him to Abu Dhabi. That's where Garfield always wanted to send Odie.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he ever succeeded.
No, Garfield's too fat to go to the post office.
Still with us over there, Angel?
Yeah.
Cool. Is that lake like on lower ground than where you're at? You ever had to worry about it flooding or anything?
No, we haven't had any flooding. No, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had it rain. I take that back. Because there's like 2 lakes here. And one's like a runoff for the big lake.
Uh-huh.
So we've had some heavy rain and be flooded in some areas where my place is. It looks like I live on an island. So if it floods out at the beginning of the entrance up there, I'm on here. There's no getting out. It's weird.
You get your boat.
Well, we got boats at.
You get your boat tied up there in case you have to go
Yeah,
far.
I don't know how many get disconnected from the docks and go off floating, and you'll see a message on our community page. Hey, whose boat's floating?
I go out there and commandeer it, say, it's the salvage rights.
Right?
Collect salvage rights on it. It's mine now. I'd have me a whole line of different boats lined up through where I collected them. That's maritime law. You can do that.
She can make a killing reselling them to the owners.
Yeah. Well, how much is it worth to you to have it back?
Right.
Show me some greenback and we'll talk.
Hi, Huga.
Hey, Huga.
Yep, that's maritime law. You can salvage that any boat. It's out drifting by itself. It's fair game. Nobody pushes it anymore, but it used to be a thing.
I don't know if that would work on a private lake.
Huh?
I said I don't think that it would. That
Yeah,
would
I
work.
consider waterway. Maritime law.
Hey, Huga, you doing all right? Where's... Oh, hey, I didn't see Tennessee come in. Hello, Bush Scratcher. Yeah, I was gonna fly today. Every time I thought, well, I'll go get the box, put it all together. It did start raining. I'm like, damn it. It clear up. Oh, it's clear. Okay. Wait, shit, the wind is up. Forget it. Just not today.
No, never mind. I agree to disagree with you there, Tennessee. But I'll have to look it up. I have to Google it to find out. But I'm pretty sure it goes for any body of water. I've been wrong before though.
I'm glad to hear you're feeling better, Huga.
Oh wow.
There's been a daggone flu type thing going around. Everybody's that I know of has got it. Congested, something like a bronchial type deal, All they'll tell you at the hospital, all well you got some kind of bronchitis or whatever. So
So, there's no nausea with it, is there?
I don't know particulars. I just know 2 or 3 have been sick dealing with that particular. I've been feeling kind of icky here the last couple of days. I just contributed to, allergies, whatever. Been a lot of people cutting hay around here, so I kind of contributed a little bit to that. Who knows?
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, good. Just kind of roll with it and hope for the best.
And you can't stay home all the time. Eventually, you got to get out and around the public.
Yeah, you got to get your diapers and toilet paper and what have you. You got to have such things as that from time to time.
Oh, sounds like Cougar's got a project lined up. There you go. It's a good idea. That little fruit and vegetable stand, I guess they quit setting up out there on 127. They haven't been out there since COVID or 2020, I think. I think I only stopped in there one time. Yeah, she's right across. She always set up across from that Notary Public over there, Moreland. Hugo always has projects. Well, that way you never run out of things to do. Or you could be so covered up in projects that you don't know where to start. Yeah, there you go. If they'll let you do it. Yeah, that's some good thinking right there.
Y'all get up here, talk to dispatcher, get permission out of main 2 back to main 1. We'll go back and talk to you. We got put it a little high to make sure that we clear the main line.
Straining my ears to hear that radio.
I think Randall fell asleep.
No, I'm looking at stuff. I'm looking at something here.
Is it a OnlyFans page for midgets?
No. Look at Admiralty law. It's detailed. Yeah. Any running body of water? Any running body of water?
I guess that's the running water. So that means like a river or the ocean, sea. As where a lake, I don't have a running water.
But you should say, for instance, you like if you see a canoe floating down there with nobody around it, hey, you can claim it. Or at least you can salvage it for a reward. You can salvage it for a reward. But if there's life involved, you must save the life without consideration of a reward. So if somebody was unconscious hanging over the side, you can't roll him off into the water and take the boat.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Darn it.
that was my first plan.
Well, that's what I had planned too, but well, I ain't gonna skip that. It's a little bit humid, I think, in here.
Yeah, it was right before I started the live. It was getting stuffy in here real quick. I cut the air conditioner on. I did have the fan on, but I couldn't hear Angel with the fan going.
Excuse me.
That was a 9 out of 10. But 10 is when you shake the rafters.
I'll be right back. I gotta refill my coffee.
Oh.
Okie dokie.
If I was her and I lived on lake next to a lake like that, I'd be out there fishing every day. You'd have to pull me, drag me away from it.
Yeah.
If I lived that close to it, too far.
How to garden. Welcome in. Oh, well, there you go. Did it come with a mounting bracket? You go to set that up, go with, at the very least, 17 foot of coax. It'll be easier to match it to your radio that way.
Yeah.
No less than 17.7.
Well, they mounted to car balcony, what?
So how to garden, are you going to put that on a vehicle? No mount. I'm making my own to mount to the bumper of the truck. Okay. Make sure that you separate ground from hot. So your antenna is the hot and your ground is what's attached to the vehicle.
Yeah, I got one of those old mounts for that. Still wet with a Robin, made by Robin. I found it the other day, moving stuff around, found it. I thought I'd lost that a long time ago. Yeah, it works just as good if you got a metal bed, I mean, a metal bumper, or some people mount it on toolboxes. As long as it's got a good ground. If it's me, I'd probably mount it on toolbox. With me, probably, if I had a toolbox, it'd be up higher enough, you know, it won't be smacking the tailgate.
Trees.
Yeah, and trees. It'll be doing that if you mount it on the toolbox, but it won't be as. It's going to do that anyway. So you better make sure you got it on there good and tight, because that's going to be a. You might have to check it every once in a while, make sure it's tight. Why don't you give me a good steel whip?
Oh, that's good news, Hugo. I wish you luck. Let's see here.
Hey, you stowed that. I mean, $20 for it. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good deal there. Well, they're 25 on it. Well, that's a mountain bracket, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm just showing where that right there, that nylon. Oh, what the hell? That nylon bushing right there separates the hot from the ground. Let me make sure I'm still sharing it. Okay, yeah. It's gonna move around on me now. That's where your coax screws in. And then all this, the nylon bushing, flat washer, lock washer, and the coupling nut. You got to make sure that's there, otherwise it's going to be grounded out. You won't hear anything. You won't be able to get out either. Just give you an idea. If you're going to build your own, I'm just showing you that you got to look out for when you build it. But you can certainly save some money if you're able to build it yourself. You can certainly save some money doing it.
Yeah,
And
if you got all the parts and pieces, I mean, yeah, you know.
you probably get a roll of coax pretty reasonable too. You go with 100 feet, that way you've got enough to play with, and then trim it down to about 17 feet. You probably have to trim it until your SWR is flat. You want 1.1 or 1.0. 1.1 is about more realistic than less than that. But oh man, I'll tell you what, I had one on a Dodge. I think it was an 80-something model Dodge van. I had it on the back bumper. Somebody had replaced the bumper with a big steel one that usually you find on a truck. Yeah, it was a barefooted radio. If I remember correctly, that was a Superstar 3300. Here's the one with the gold face on it. Talked all over the place on that thing. Skip talked out of the state. truckers hated it because they couldn't turn the Roger beep off on it.
They can get over it.
Yeah.
That's what I tell them too. I say you can just get over it. Just for that, I'm just gonna leave it on. I was gonna be considerate and turn it off, but now since you said you've been smart, I'm just gonna leave it on now.
Well, that's like I said, you couldn't turn it. That radio didn't have the option to turn Roger beep off.
No, I understand that, but that's
I mean,
what I
it's
was
just-
told them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have tell them say,
Get on,
"Look, you should have been quiet," you know. I think
the, get on the interstate on Channel 19, boy, I always had people mad at me. And I was minding my own business. They're just like, that Roger beep is killing me here. Hand.
it'll be all right, boy.
It's killing me, hand. I'm like, okay, ear.
Yeah, I'll just say, well, man, you won't hear it if you turn the radio down. Give them a few minutes to process that. Some of it takes longer than a few minutes. I ain't turning my radio down. It's back after 30 minutes or so. I ain't turning my radio down. Something about that stupid.
And remember when you get the bushing, that bushing's got a little lip too that goes down inside the bracket. It's just to insulate the.
I wonder who that guy is he talking about that camps on 19 and
So-
harasses.
The
I wonder if it's the same one we're talking about.
gives it power as well.
Do what?
The coax is all in one. Does it power the radio at the same time?
No.
Okay. How do you
It's just-
control electricity?
It just, you hook your radio into, you could if you use it in your truck, you just plug it into your cigarette lighter, depending on as long as it's not one of those high powered CBs, you can plug it in your cigarette lighter and then run your antenna into the back of it. That's what this coax does, is connect your antenna to the radio. Is that what you were asking?
Now,
Yeah.
you want to know how would you power it? If you want to know if that powered it, if you want to run it in your house, you have to get a power supply to run off of it to run the house.
Unless you want to, if you want it for emergency comms, then maybe one of those small, what do they call them? Solar brain fart.
Eclipse.
No, let's talk. I meant one of these silly things. Yeah, I'll have to share it again. That's what I was talking about. But God almighty, they're expensive.
Yeah, you can hardwire them straight instead of going through your cigarette plug. You can just hardwire them straight to, you can do that. That's how everybody done it back in the day, because that cigarette plug would pick up all kind of noise through that radio.
How close to your truck how close to your house can you park your truck, Angel?
I'm sorry, you skipped out. What?
I said, how close to the house can you park your truck?
About 10 feet
I'm
away.
still breaking up, aren't I?
I can park the truck 10 feet away from the front door.
Ah,
Hi, Kelly.
I bring it every day. What's up, Kelly? I
Hi,
haven't
Carol.
seen you in a while. Carol. Hey, there's Carol. I just let my moderator over here. She just greet everybody. I can't keep up.
A lot of times I don't even pay attention to the side. Like, this I happen to just glance over, see something.
South Florida sunshine. How's everybody feeling down there? You guys feeling any better? We were just talking about how there's something going around. I'm not going to give too many details about Carol's situation. She can share if she wants to, but I know they've all been having it rough down there at her house.
Oh.
And then Maureen, she was sick. I believe she's still fighting it. My stomach feels a little weird, but I think I might have ate my dinner too quick. It cut pretty close to time to go live, and I was eating it pretty quick, so probably upset my stomach just from eating too fast. All right, be blessed, Tonette. Thank you for stopping in. We are on the mend. I told Hannah she does not have to go back tomorrow, but she thinks she will be okay. Em and I are still clearing the crap out of her lungs and sinuses, but almost there. Good. That is progress.
You're talking about high water and stuff. That one video I put out there showed that water level up next to the lake there, campgrounds and stuff. That's pretty. They got a whole lot of rain down there than I thought they got. And I heard about a day later, I heard that it was like 7 foot above flood stage.
Wow.
For Green River Lake. And yeah, Pikes Ridge was flooded too, but I had seen Pikes Ridge worse than that before. When I had seen it worse than that, it was like us and maybe 2 or 3 other campers, and pretty much that was it. And it was water everywhere. We still camped on. I found me a good Coleman lantern, hanging up on the lantern pole. I looked across there. I had some binoculars with me, and I looked across. I said, "Huh? What's that hanging up on that pole? That ain't what I think it is." Yeah, that boy of mine was with us, and that there looked like a lantern. You know what? I'm gonna go get that. That's salvage rights. So guess what I did? I took it. I waded right out in that water and took her down. Oh, it needed. I guess whatever happened, people just it started getting up, and I guess people just left it.
Yeah, they didn't want to fool the water, did they?
I can't even remember what I done with that daggone thing now. Yeah, well, at least I come out of Atlanta.
Is that
They
one?
need, they need wick in it, but
What, Angel?
Is that one of the kittens?
Yeah. Sleeping on Dark Paw.
They've got big.
Huh?
Says they were getting big.
That one's a big baby. It'll be 10 years old and still crying for its mama. What about that mess over there in Ukraine and Russia? Well, I tell you what, you start throwing around the N word, and not that one, but the nuclear word.
nuclear.
I think we're past the threatening stage. I believe Putin is serious.
This is a hypothetical on my part, and my opinion alone. After I was listening to a couple other people talk about that subject, I come to the conclusion, yes, that very well could be it. I think it's a big scare tactic. That's just my opinion. Just like the sea was. And look what happened.
Yeah.
That's just me. I just think it's a great big. If it's a scare, on the other hand, though, if it's a scare tactic, then the West is stupid for poking it. But, hey, they've always said, if they got them toys, they're going to play with them.
Yeah, there's really no sense in having that many if you're not going to ever use them. I mean, sadly.
At some point, somebody's going to play with them. But the West is poking the bear, and he done warned them. And if they do what they are going to do, then that'll be the red line if they cross. And when they cross it, Russia their doctrine is not limited nuclear war. That's not in their doctrine. It's total, all out. There's no such thing as a limited to them. Now, it may start out as limited, but it's going to escalate quick. But I just don't see it. Honestly, I just don't see it. I think it's a lot of fear porn. But
I hope to God you are right. I really do. I wouldn't want anyone to have to suffer what Nagasaki had to go through in Hiroshima. But on the same token, Putin very well could be bluffing. But
go ahead.
You got people out there that won't care if he's bluffing or not, and say, "Okay, let's test that theory." And
well, that's the point. The West, the NATO thinks he's bluffing when he says that he'll do it. They think he's bluffing. And he said any American-made weaponry that crosses the border and enters into Russian territory will be considered an act of war. Any NATO missiles. Not let alone any troops or advisors.
Yeah.
But I hope it's just fear mongering, but they're trying to get people scared. But at the same, with that same token, I'll have to be like you. It could be limited. There could be some people with restraint and say, "Hey, this is where we're going." But that's not in Russia's doctrine of military doctrine.
And it is kind of, you also have to look at it from this point of view, that you don't move that much heavy machinery, we'll just call it machinery, without it costing a lot of money.
Yeah,
Although
he's not moving it for nothing.
Yeah, although it's a good possibility he would do it just to bolster his bluff, but I don't know. He's
got tactical. He's got all those are tactical nukes.
Yeah,
that's on those mobile transports. They're tactical. They're battlefield. Basically, what they all call them, battlefield nukes, which they're capable of reaching Britain and Germany and all the NATO countries too. He doesn't say that he would attack any NATO country that those missiles come from.
And you also have to consider. Go ahead, neighbor.
Well, he said, any NATO missiles that are launched from Ukraine and enter into Soviet territory will be considered an act of war. He done told them. And he says, he doesn't, and when he made his last speech here just a few days ago, he said the talk is over. So the meeting and talking is over. We have talked and had our own meeting, and it's over. There's not going to be no phone calls, no nothing. He didn't laid it down. So I don't know what their plan is or what they think they're going to achieve by it. But like I said a while ago, they're poking the old bear, as the old saying goes, and you poke him too much, he's going to reach and grab you. And I don't want to see it myself, but we're going to see it here too. So you might well get ready for that. Now, there ain't no amount of prepping is going to save you. I'm here to bust that bubble. If it does come to that sort of a thing, no amount of prepping is going to matter. You can prep till the cows come home. It's not going to matter at all, because if the fireball don't get you, the fallout will. So.
And too, he's losing part of his early warning defense system. They have already attacked several of his radar stations, but at the same token, Russia's still building. They're still building new ones, so they may have crippled them for a little while. But they're not defenseless by no means on that respect. Well, you don't take out a country's you know, those radars are to detect anything incoming. You don't take them out just for shits and giggles.
No, when I heard they were taking them out with drones and stuff, I said, yeah. And then they took them out. They used missiles too.
Yeah.
Also.
So you don't take out a country's early warning system if you
Doesn't.
don't have an intention of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's and Putin knows that.
Well, like I said, you know, they'll soon find out if they keep it up. We all will. We'll all find out. We'll have to wake up tomorrow morning and it's happening already over there.
The unknown knows. Welcome in. I think you might be new to the channel. I see you down there with South Florida sunshine. That's cool.
But I don't know. None of that stuff bothers me in the least. I pay attention to it, and I'm very aware of it. But with the same token, it don't even worry me in the least.
No, you know,
It don't bother me at all.
Yeah, you shouldn't let it bother you, because that is a scare tactic that, you know, every country knows that information is going to travel around the world in a split second across the internet. So people who aren't in the know and they hear this information, they're like freaking out. They're like, oh my God, you know, tomorrow might be my last day on earth. Well, I mean, it's best not to let it turn into paranoia.
That's the worst thing.
And just be aware that possibility could be on our horizon. And, you know, when it does happen, it lessens your shock. And the ones who aren't in the know, or the ones who just don't care, they might have heard that news, but just don't care. They're going to be the ones running around with their heads cut off. They're looting and shooting and, you know, all that other stuff goes along with it.
It's, you know,
even the prepared, you know, you can't say that, oh, I'm going to keep a cool head about me. When the reality hits you, it's going to be pretty real, you know, and then that's when you have to say, okay, well, all right, slow down. And, you know, we're in a good spot. And I'm not bragging, but we're in a good spot, because we're not one of those places that's a key target. However, we are still affected by the trade winds, and the wind can shift at any moment, but you know, we are offered a whole lot of protection where we're at.
Yeah, for a while, yes. But, you know, we can prepare for things like that, but when like you said, when it comes down to it, when it actually happens, I'm going to guarantee you it's going to be totally different than what we thought it was going to be like. We may think, oh, I've planned for this, and this. You know, when it happens, it's going to be totally different. It always is. It's good to plan for things like that. Don't get me wrong, but always expect the unexpected. And it's just use this analogy. You always prepare your house in case of a fire. And when, you know, lo and behold, one day, one night, it's on fire. what do? What's the first thing you do? You're running around panicking a little bit at first.
Yeah.
And after it's all said and done, the ashes are cooled down. You sit back and think, well, I can do this differently. That is, if you have the luxury of thinking that. But in this scenario that we're talking about, you're not going to have that luxury. All you can do is the very best that you can do with what you got. And nothing else is going to matter. But, we're shouldn't be running around sticking our heads in a sandbank or whatever, or hole in the ground. Just go on about your business. But I guarantee you, none of us is going to know about it until it's done happening or happening. They're not going to announce it over the radio. Oh, incoming missiles. And you're not going to hear that. You're not going to hear it. These movies that portray that sort of thing coming over the radio or the television is all bull crap. I'm here to tell every one of you that you're not going to know it until it's done happening.
Well, if that test back here, what was that? That was last year. That nationwide, alert test is any indication.
Well,
we didn't get it here.
Well, Barry, it's simple as like this. I mean, they may put out a potential watch or warning thing ahead of time, but I just really realistically don't think that they're going to come out and say this and this is happening, because that would cause more damage in the long run than the actual
rioting, looting, and all that. Yep, it'd be like
they're just not
Floyd riots.
They're just not going to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good to have those things handy, but I used to think that way too, and when reality hits you there, you come face to face with it, that things ain't like you thought they were. And they could care less about you. They could care less how many gets vaporized or whatever. Because they're going to, guess what? They're going to be in their nice little bunkers. And we're not going to matter. But yeah, it's fixing to kick off over in the Pacific too. And that's going to be the first nail on the coffin right there. And I tell you what, I'm going to be quite honest with you and blunt. I wouldn't live in one of those islands out there, nations, for nothing. I know the people that's there has got to live there, but when it goes down, when China makes their move on Taiwan, and the United States or whoever else goes in and helps us, tries to stop them, then they're not just going to hit Taiwan. They're going to hit all those other islands too. It's going to be a mess. But there's nothing we can do about it. We have to just sit back and let them throw whatever punches they want to throw at us, and we'll just have to roll with them and go, you know.
My other co-host, she had to step out. Her phone gets hot on StreamYard, overheats.
That's why she is gone, isn't she? I didn't even look up
Yeah.
there. Well,
Hello, Bob.
Bob. Barry, Bob wants to know, can he come up?
You, I can't believe you think you have to ask first. What are you, 5 years old, Bob?
Well, we need to know if that's actually him. So, you know, it could be somebody else portraying him.
Yeah, that's him. He's the only one who'll say Florida hottie to Carol.
Oh, well, yeah, I was trying to make a joke. But as long as he's decent,
Yeah.
we don't need him running around no shirt on or nothing.
Bob is at the top of the chat. Pretty sure I put it up there. That's not loading for me. There it is. Oh my gosh, I didn't pin it to the top. I'm sorry, Bob. Hold up. I'll get it.
What a turd.
Yeah, I know. It's not on. Yeah, I've seen that, Bob. It's not up there. Just a second. I'll get it.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna take my shirt off because I'm hot, buddy. I'm taking my shirt off. I don't care. Of course, I'm not. I ain't got my video camera on there, so it don't matter. Somebody turned the air conditioning off in there, but oh well.
I can't seem to get mine at just the right setting where it's not, like freezing me. Meow yourself, kitty. Meow. Welcome, Bob. Oh, kitty, don't climb on my back. Oh, my God.
Step out for just a second here.
Oh, sure. He comes up just to walk away. Let's put him in his basement. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, wrong camera.
Huh.
Right. Oh. Little turd.
All right.
Little turd.
Yeah, I just grabbed the link as fast as I could. Then I went in, checked in, and I don't want, well, you know how it is. If you leave a link out there for a while, there's knuckleheads are going to come along and start messing around.
Yeah.
I don't have to accept them.
Get them
That's-
undesirables.
That's a fact. Yep. What's that one's name, Barry? Trouble or Double Trouble?
Now its name is Free. Free to a new home.
Free. Well, okay.
Bless you. Thank you for sneezing all over my arm.
Yeah, you know the preparedness stuff is kind of my thing. Carol was talking about stuff like that a little while ago. That's got my attention. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got my phone on.
Uh-oh. Oh, Lord.
Freak Barry out. Oh, I had to do that, Barry.
I'll be right back. I need to go get some bleach for my eyes.
Go sanitize your eyes. Wash that out. Mhm.
No, I was hot.
Oh, I wish it was hot here.
I take my shirt off. I was sweating.
It's been raining all day here.
Yeah, it has been here all afternoon.
Where I was digging those tree roots out, there's a big mud hole there now. So even after the rain stops, I'm going to have to wait a day or two to get the mud to dry up a little bit.
Mhm.
Hopefully I can finish that stump job soon. It's been like that ever since I started.
Hey, welcome in, Scott Smith. Cat's
Yeah.
just checking the microphone, make sure it's working. Does that meet your approval? Hmm? What? What you been up to, Bob?
He gone, yeah.
Just nothing really exciting today. The whole day was pouring down rain. Been inside all day. Mrs. got off work yesterday a little bit early, and so we had a dinner out and out there. The most I'm doing outside when I can get outside is getting some area along my fence line prepared to put down weed barrier and beauty bark. I'm going to do that around the whole perimeter of the backyard to really dress it up, hopefully. If we get a summer, maybe. Rains so much here, man. I'm tired of it.
Why don't you get down and play with the other ones? Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll probably hit. Try to mow some tomorrow.
Yeah, well, like tomorrow, for as far as gardening stuff goes, tomorrow I'll go down to get 2 more big bags of what they call it garden soil. It's really good decomposted soil. It's clean. It's good stuff. Get 2 more big bags of that, and maybe a bag or 2 of some more of the sun and shade grass seed to pull weeds out around the place and replace it with grass. Just trying to clean the place up. But I was impressed by Amazon yesterday, guys. I was on a international panel. While I was on the panel in the morning, I I ordered a pair of those USB Bluetooth headphones so I could block out old Drunko the Queen, next door. And I got off the panel, went out and did some gardening, came back in, got a snack and something to eat, and bang, Amazon delivered it in less than 5 hours. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that was fast, man.
Must
Very
have,
fast.
must have had a distribution center close by.
Yeah, there is. There's I know of two of them, but a friend of ours, she works up in a distribution center up on the hill over here a ways, and another one we know works in a distribution just north of us. Yeah, there's Amazon truck. This is where it started, so right here in this area. Yeah, I recharged those headphones and tested them out, paired them up with my phone, and now I can drop the phone in my shirt pocket and go out and cut the grass or whatever. And Drunko the clown can't try to get my attention. God, that's creepy, man. That's just creepy.
What you ought to do is go out there with wear you some jogging pants and let the back of it kind of hang down just a little bit past your crack.
Oh, God.
And bend over like you're picking up something or squatting down and weighting your flower bed and let her and point it right.
That old pervert would probably go right through the fence if she saw my butt crack. She'd kind of think that's an open invitation. I'm coming.
Oh, Lord. Well, then I guess that won't work then.
Last Sunday was sunny and the wife was home, and I said, baby, this might have been the second Sunday we did this. She was out front with me while I was cutting the grass and doing some yard work.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody came out of that house whatsoever while the wife was home. What's that tell you? Nobody came out. Nobody had to borrow anything or, yeah.
Yeah.
The neighbor gal across the street noticed that I ain't been hanging around out front no more. So I cut the grass, and then she goes, "Hey, Bob, where you been? Everything okay?" And she's a real no nonsense gal. She's American Indian from one of the tribes around here, and I walked over and sit down on the rock wall, talked to her for a while. And she's not. I don't see her drink at all, or her or her husband. They're not all messed up, But I had a talk with her for a while, and I did not mention the pervo next door. I don't know how tight they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just told her, I've been digging a stump out in the backyard. So just people are weird, man. Just crazy. Yeah, a little troublemaker right there. Has she claimed you as hers?
Evidently.
Yeah. I don't think you have a choice anymore.
I don't know what she's hoping to accomplish, but she's really having an at it with my shirt.
Don't worry, they got some ulterior motive.
Mm-hmm. Well, I noticed first thing, we just moved in here the last summer, and I noticed first thing the fella next door on this side, he puts earbuds in when he's out gardening. He doesn't look at anybody, he doesn't talk to anybody. So, that's kind of a clue for you right there. He might have had some problems with the same Drunko next to me,
Sit.
But yeah, I took a lesson from him. Now I've got muffs. They're big muffs so that you can see it. I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good thinking.
Mm-hmm.
What you ought to do, Bob, it'll get you some. You can use whatever you want, but if you got any PVC pipe, or if you have to go buy something, be worth it. Make you a figure out of PVC pipe and put clothes on it and everything, and stand it out there pretty close for it. And she'll be out there thinking it's you.
After her fifth bottle of wine every day, she might just be that far gone. You never know.
Or cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bob's been standing there for the last 3 days in the same spot.
Yeah.
What's he doing over there? Go see.
Here's just a second. Here's those earmuffs. Just a second.
His luck, they'll do a welfare check.
Yeah. Well, he's not moving. Go over and touch him and see if he moves. Okay.
Bob, you better be careful. They might do a welfare check on you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, them boys.
The neighbors, you
this'll
mean?
work.
Oh.
Yeah. He hasn't
Yeah.
moved in weeks. You better check on him.
I'd rather just set up a few claymore mines or maybe some bear traps or something like that, but I can't really do that. But Yeah, they got-
Oh,
they got noise cancellation, so
cool.
I still got this little speaker so I can listen to music or whatever I want to. But if I get near the fence, I'll put those headphones on and block them out.
Yeah.
He always wants to borrow something or tell me how to handle my grass. He's got some weird grass fetish, and then the wife wants to get in my pants. What a great combo!
I'm just glad I don't live next to them there. They
Stuff too.
probably wouldn't
I
like,
ain't-
they wouldn't like me for a lot well. They wouldn't like me at all.
Yeah, I try to be civil as possible.
I'd be the bastard neighbor of the whole city. Watch out, that guy, where he's a butthole.
Can I borrow? No, But I remember last time the fella talked to me. Hey, blah 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 blah. He's got this weird grass fetish. I mean, seriously, he does. He's like that's what he. And I said, well, if you want something to work on, go. The Mexican family across the street. Their grass is about belly button high. Go help them with their grass.
Oh my
But
god.
was that too much of a dick, or
No.
I mean, that's just being serious. They need help. They haven't got a mower or something. If you want, go help them. I don't need your help. And when I need help, I go get my son. It's the way it works, man.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get inside the house, however they can.
They, I don't know it.
That's weird, but
They wouldn't like it. I wouldn't put it back 5 minutes. I tell him, don't even look over here.
yeah.
When you come out your back door, just don't even look in my direction.
Yeah.
And you tell that
Well,
prostitute why that she ain't getting any.
mhm. Well, such a stark contrast is that people directly behind us are from Bangladesh. He and I worked together on fixing the fence. It still needs some more repair. Later this summer, we're going to get together, go in halves, and we'll get the job done. But this guy on the other side here, oh yeah, he wants me to got all these suggestions to make it beautiful and all that. And that's, well, can you haul some 2x4s for me? I don't have a truck. No, I can't do that. Yeah. So we're just like, I'm sure I mentioned this last week that we're going to hire a contractor to do the fencing. The one behind us with the good neighbor, he and I swinging a hammer all day together, cutting wood and stuff. We had a great time. Got to know each other real well. The other fella, I'm not stepping foot in their yard, especially with his weirdo wife, man.
Welcome in, Gear and Beth. Did you see
Hey,
what
Gear.
Unknown? Did you see what Unknown said? Bob
Hmm.
942. I had a neighbor ask to borrow my social security number a few years ago. Not even joking.
Holy Moses. No, Lord have mercy. I am sorry to hear that, man. Well, no, that's someone nefarious right there. Yeah. Hello, Beth. Hey, Gear. Gear,
Oh, I was said, okay. How about me just give you one of my kidneys too?
yeah. You want my car keys too? And oh, my wife's a good cook, and you want to take her home with you too? Yeah. Yeah. Gear, I was impressed with your garden tour, man. You got a green thumb somewhere. That stuff's growing like crazy. Oh, and I finally broke down and got one of those garden stools with wheels on it. I'm an official old man now. So I put that together the
Oh,
other day, and I am
yeah.
an official old man now. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. He's so old, Bob.
I am. I'm old and broke
Heart
up.
and dust.
That started 10 years ago, Barry.
Oh, that's what I like about you. You're blunt and truthful.
Truthful, yeah, truthful. A lot of folks want to hide their age and their maturity and all that. It's like, oh man, just be right out there with it.
Yeah,
I'm over 60 years old. I can't do the things I could 20 years ago. I
I've
recognize,
accepted the fact that I'm 3 years away from 60.
yeah. And I'll tell you, once you hit that big 6-0, your body changes. It does. It really does. It's weird, but I accept it, just work around it. It puts more hurdles in front of you, but you just got to keep your mind busy and go around all those hurdles and just keep going.
Gear says no green thumb, just lucky thus far. A little bit of good soil, bone blood meal.
Hmm.
So we're plants scream.
Hmm.
I'm 60 anyway, so I do feel
Yep.
it. I felt rough.
Yep.
I felt rough before, but now I can feel it. But you got to keep busy. Keep busy.
Yes, sir. You've got to stay busy. You've got to stay active because, yeah. Otherwise, your legs go and then down you go if you don't stay active, stay up and moving. I might need one of your cats or something, Barry, because I can't blame my wife for everything. So I'm gonna have to get a cat or something. I'm old and tired.
Why you?
I'll blame my cat.
You've been farting a lot lately, or something you want to blame the cat for?
Anything. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have some kind of animal to blame.
Everything. Yeah. Either blame the wife or blame the dog, blame the cat, something. Yeah.
Okay, who pooped in the floor? The cat did.
Yeah. Yeah. Who farted?
The dog.
The cat.
I'll tell you what, Clementine and Paint both, they come over here, sit next to me only so they can fart. I mean, right in front of me. And they're silent. You know, a silent one is deadly.
I do. Yeah.
Dang. I was on a live the other day over in the UK, and they were laying by me, and I said, "Oh, dear God." I was gagging. She said, "What are you on about?" And I said, "Oh, but one or both of these cats just ripped one."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, blame it on the cat, Barry.
Oh no, I'll brag about it if I let one.
Yeah, I'm at the point and age where when I fart, I brag about it.
Mm-hmm.
I consider it a badge of honor.
I'm still alive. I'm still farting.
Yeah, I mean, if I can peel the paint off a wall, hey, that's good. Yeah, you know.
It saves you the trouble of buying some of that, paint stripper or whatever.
Yep.
Just
Back up next to it and rip one.
yeah, you gotta be precise though. It can spread.
Yeah, I did one of those the other day when the wife and I were walking to the car and dropped a butt bomb and it followed me, and I got in the car and hon, I just farted and I can still smell it. I wanted to share it with you. Just drive the car, please. She rolled the window down. Just drive the car.
Yeah, farting in a car is, yeah, it's violent. Yeah, you can't roll them windows down fast enough.
Yeah, this one followed me. I was out in front of the car when I dropped it, and then it followed me right inside the car. So here you go, baby.
He wants to go too.
Yeah, he wanted to ride. He wanted to ride.
Yeah, I farted in one end of the house, and I drug it all the way through the house. It's like it was attached to my pants or something. It was hanging
This
on.
damn smart ass I used to work with. He'd be at work and he'd stick his wings out like he's flying like this. I knew what that meant. He called it crap dusting.
Crap dusting, yeah.
He'd
Yeah,
go,
Yeah,
crap dusting.
yeah. Women, they raise so much cane over you farting, but oh boy, no, they don't ever fart.
Oh no, that just doesn't happen.
No, that's just a fairy tale thing. That's a conspiracy against women. No, they don't fart.
No, mine's never laid there in bed and giggled just a little bit. Well, oh, you nasty.
That's what I say. I say, you nasty. That sound, because you know what? It sounded worse than mine. What is why I was nasty about it. I said, you get up and go to the bathroom and clean yourself. Evidently, you cracked over this bed, and I'm watching sleep on the floor.
Who's this fella on the side, Jad? Here, the unknown knows by who's that? Anyone know who that is?
Yeah, they've been in
Oh, okay.
several of the other
Okay.
preparedness channels.
Well, no, I want to borrow your social security number. Now that's a new one on me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to punch him out square in the face if he'd ask me that.
Yeah, you see that over there? That's my property line. Get on the other side of it.
I'll say, I'll give it to you, but it's going to cost you. What's it going to cost you? Well, you see that little block of wood over there? Yeah. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to go over and lay your hand right up on flat on top of that block of wood. And then I'm going to take this hammer and I'm going to mash it. Now, if you do that, I will give you my social security number.
Yeah, the closest thing I had to that was back when I was paying child support. I was tearing apart anything and collecting scrap metal to get some cash, and just to be able to get. Well, you know how child support is. If you've ever paid it, it kills you. And one day when I was selling some scrap metal at the scrapyard, I'm waiting in line to get checked out. And here comes this fella, pulls up in a car, goes, "Hey, I forgot my driver's license at home. Can I use yours?" Because you got to show Washington. They take a photocopy of your ID and all that at the scrapyards.
Yeah.
And I said, and it said, "That's your car?" "Yeah." "Go back home and get it." "Oh, come on, man. It won't take but a minute." I said, No. Because he probably had a whole bunch of stolen stuff in there, and put my name on it. No, I wasn't born
Yeah.
yesterday, fool. You know. Laura's video I watched today, she had a whole bunch of carrots, man. Good for her.
Cleaned house.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she cleaned house. Did you see her onions?
I did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I expect any day now she'll roll out a video of canning all that stuff, putting canning the food, putting it away. Smart lady. Yeah, I can't blame you, unknown, having some damn fool come over and I need your social security number. And hey, man, I got enough problems. I'm in a wheelchair. Back off.
I'd have to wind up putting him in a wheelchair if it was me.
Yeah. Nothing good would come from that. Nothing good would come from somebody asking to use your social security number. Not one thing. I mean, here, what kind of a human being is that? Here's this fella I know. He's in a wheelchair. He's got all kinds of problems. Now I want to steal his social security number and screw him over even more. That's a monster right there, man.
Piece of crap.
Uh-huh.
But there's people out there that thinks people are gullible enough to do it.
Take advantage of anyone they can. I got a brother like that. Yeah. Just a piece of shit just like that.
As you
Or
know,
had a brother like that. I don't own him no more.
Yeah.
As soon as mom passed away, I cut ties. I'm out of here. I don't want to see you people again.
yeah, it's the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you get along fine, that'd be different. But it's,
Oh yeah, he could
I don't
not be trusted.
I don't have to put up with you now.
Yeah, we're done.
That's
Yeah.
the way to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, him and his wife came over once when I was taking care of mom before I got married again, and stole all my mom's jewelry.
Yeah.
And I mean, geez, guys, she was over 80 something years old and needed help every day. And I'm going to do you a favor, mom. I'm going to come over and steal your jewelry and sell it for dope.
Yeah.
I remember when we were dividing up my mom's property. Here's my sister. Where's mom's jewelry? And I pointed at Rhonda. I said, ask Jim's wife. You can ask her where it's at.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway.
I'm gonna shout out Hedgehog's Homestead.
Yeah.
And brag her up real big here.
You should. She's doing a lot of accomplishments, man. Making it come true.
Let me see if I can get this to behave for me. Of course, the cats are all up in my face. We'll go big screen there. We'll go big screen. Come on. And there we go.
Hi guys, Laura here from Hedgehog's Homestead.
Oh, don't do this.
Today we're going to give you a quick.
Oh, come on.
Buffering.
Let me just let it load. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's already at 720. I can't really go any lower than that. Well, I can go 360. I don't think it's going to make it any better. Oh, this internet.
garden tour. Hopefully, I won't move the camera around like I did with that garlic video too much. I hope you enjoyed it anyways. But we're just going to show you what's going on in the vegetable garden most of all. But first, I'm going to start with the front flower bed and just show you what's going on there.
Yeah, the
Is a rose
cicadas.
that my mother-in-law got for Mother's Day. I had to spray that with some worm, with BT to get rid of the worms. That's an azalea that I need to deal with a lime issue, or it's yellowing. I think basically we've had so much rain here that the root structure in this plant right here has been damaged because it suffocates the roots after a while. We have this beautiful wildflower here, which I wish I knew the name of it. Every time I look it up, it doesn't really come close to what it should.
Oh, those are nice.
I can't find it on Google. Anyways, so if you guys know what this is called, I would love to know that. Beautiful rose here. Smells amazing. This is bee balm. Got some grasses back there. Another rose. We have all kinds of mullein here. This is wild. This is coming up in my beds. It's beautiful, so I let it grow. Plus, it's got so many good medicinal things about it that I'm just learning, because here I am in Tennessee, never had mullein before, and now we have it everywhere. So we're letting it grow.
I have
pull
some
it out.
behind my
Plus,
house.
It's great. It has such a great root structure that it really breaks really breaks up the soil really good. Back there we have an asparagus, and then rosemary, another mullein, outlast rose. I remember the name of that. And I believe this is coleus. This is also wild. I forget what that is. We have, I just cut a mullein back here, another rosemary back there, and then mullein, which I need to cut some more out here and give this asparagus.
I'm going to jump ahead.
Yeah.
It
Let's
was
see.
getting growth, and now it's
And-
not getting growth. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Something ate it. Threw a bunch of seeds in here, so we'll see what pops up. This is my garlic.
Look at this garlic.
Look
my
at that.
We just pulled out of the
Oh,
garden. We're letting it dry. I should have cut the roots off, but we're letting it dry. It's pretty darn huge. We did.
That's
really,
almost big as my fist.
this
Yes, it
rain
is.
has been wonderful for things like garlic and onions, which you'll see in a minute. This is our other garlic that we just pulled.
Yeah, it's a whole nother
We
table.
fed them
Mhm.
mainly what I call
Wow.
my duck water or compost tea, which is a high nitrogen compost. And then not so far from
Their grass is coming in real nice. Let's
the house here,
keep that mud down,
working on putting wood chips in the garden. So the garden's not complete. It's a constant work in process.
As a gnome.
So we're still working on it. I need to empty these rain gauges. We just threw some seeds in here, and we see some things starting to pop up. So we'll see what happens there. So we're going to see what pops up there. We have corn here, looking fantastic. I need to spray these as soon as this rain comes through. We got some weeding we need to do in here. Little lettuce tucked in back there, mullein growing. But these are just cabbages. I think there's a pumpkin right there, or cabbages, squashes.
I was
That's a
gonna
pumpkin
say.
right there.
Mhm,
I never seen
And
a cabbage like
this is
there.
our
It is.
cabbage. We have
Dang, look at
cabbages here.
that. Wow.
Mine's that
And
big.
then I need to cut this back
Yep.
in a big way because it's about to go to
I got
seed.
4 of them that big.
and I don't want the seeds everywhere. This is cilantro that is just totally taken over. This potatoes are starting to die back. To get out of here, and there was, I thought, a rock near the surface of the bed, but it wasn't a rock. It was a potato. So those will be done soon.
She's growing
Start,
potatoes.
A little bit of
Good
bug
potato
damage on it.
rocks.
I didn't treat these with anything as far as pest control on my potatoes. So they're doing good there. This is, I believe, more pumpkins. And then more potatoes here. And potatoes, shallots. I'll put the name of that down. I keep on forgetting the name of that. My goodness, I don't know why. Okay, and that is zucchini, I believe.
Right
I
on.
planted a couple more zucchinis in this bare spot. This is where the garlic just came out of. And we put in watermelon and
Yeah, it's the same kind of a cart that I got. A little
Here we
wheelie cart that
have-
she's got.
Cool.
looks like this stuff kind of needs a feeding.
All right.
We have basil plants in front of our tomatoes. And these are big.
I would play the whole thing, but the point of it is to shout her out. And any of you are not familiar with Hedgehog's Homestead, go
Mhm.
visit her channel. Her and Chris, they got it growing on.
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
I saw her cart on there. I said, "Hey, I sent her a comment. Hey, Laura, where'd you get that?" And she said, "Just bought it on Amazon." Well, how do you like it? Works great. Enough said. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kicking ass, man.
Just seems like yesterday they were just building their house.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when they were moving out of Portland, everything, you know. Oh, that situation they had there in Portland, man, that was bad. They had a city park against their back fence. All those
Yeah.
darn strung out people coming over their fence in the middle of the night trying to steal their chickens and rabbits and all that stuff. It's like, I was so glad to see them get out of there, because eventually somebody would have come through their back door. You know how them folks are. They don't have any limitations.
Well, they sure don't.
No.
They don't have any self pride either.
None.
Otherwise, they would have never let themselves get in that shape.
That's right. Yeah, I know you go to international panels, Barry, and I do too. And folks overseas are, they have this weird misconception that Americans own firearms because we're delusional. We don't need them. And, I have to explain to these Europeans, like, your country is not fetid with the poison that's being shipped in like ours is. It's only a matter of time until your place is like here. So when it gets as bad, you're going to wish you had some way to protect your wife and children, or some way for your wife to protect themselves, And they just don't understand. They just don't understand.
Good night, Glenn. I'm sorry I missed you leaving, but have a great night. A better day tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, then, the Europeans are different than us. They're so government dependent on everything. Why doesn't your government do anything about it? Like, how many cops do we have? There's just not that many. We have to protect ourselves, Yeah. When it comes right down to it, I don't want the government coming in my house for any reason at all, even if nothing. I don't get out of here, get lost. Take my taxes and leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
My corn looks pretty good there, but yeah, I got 8 rows of that corn. It's a little bit past my knees now. So
Yeah, saying a lot because he's tall.
it's getting there. My
Good deal.
potatoes about ready to harvest. I'm just waiting for them to all bloom out. As soon as they all bloom, then they'll be pretty much ready to.
Yeah, I'm gonna give mine a couple more weeks. I believe they'll be ready pretty soon. My potatoes.
I got 2 rows of them. Yeah, my cabbages. I got 4 cabbages. They're that big. You know, I've been putting the powdered milk on them,
Yeah.
and I put them on my tomatoes, and I also done my cabbages. I put them on the cabbages and my cucumbers. So what else did I put them on? I think that's it. Well, on my beans and peas. I sowed my beans and peas in 1 row of corn, right with the corn. I waited till the corn got up about 8 or 10 inches, then I sowed my beans and peas. That way they got something to creep up on.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they used to do it back in the day. They didn't use fences or anything like that. They just used what they had.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense.
Yeah, I done it 1 year like that. It worked pretty well. But that there, it puts calcium to them. Your cucumbers, everything like it needs calcium. And plus, I go in there and I put about every 14 days or so, I'll put a couple of gallons of stuff on it. Milk will grow. I'll put about a couple of gallons of that on there, and that's pretty much all I've done to it. As far as, of course, I use about a bag and a half of fertilizer before I started planting. So, and once I get everything out of there, I take my mower and I'll mow her down right in the garden.
Yep.
Mow it down right in the garden, and it just sits there. That's compost.
That's right.
That puts it right there back in the ground, and it'll sit there and lay and rot.
Yep.
And
Oh, I that's what I do with all my compostable stuff. I throw it right out in the grass, run it over everything.
Yeah.
And I found some books in a little book box thing. One of them was about witchcraft. Another book was about a woman having an extramarital affair, nonsense like that. And they're all mixed in with little kids' books.
Oh, wow.
Well, can you guess where they're at now?
In the compost pile?
They're like that. Yeah. Uh-huh. I ran the backing through my bandsaw and cut the back off of those up and threw them into that big heavy blender I got. Made it into a paper powder and spread it all over the front and the back of my grass.
There you go.
The other day I mowed it under. And I threw a bunch of leaves and all that in there, and I got a mulcher, and it just mulched that stuff into nothing. Goodbye, witchcraft book. Bye bye. I don't participate in that stuff.
Yeah, I'm just like that.
I don't like that stuff being within reach of kids, man. I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm glad you got it out of that little thing where them kids looked at. Some little kids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Looked at it, whatever. No,
there's little roadside libraries.
Yeah, we
little
got your
roadside.
Mhm.
I check those every once in a while. So far in there, I pulled out a book about two boys that were gay in grade school. Yeah, guess where that went? That one, yeah, a book
was-
about communism, books about other stuff like that, and
Wow.
with the kids' books and within reach of children. And you know what was scary was the books about communism and normalizing homosexuality for children were brand new books.
Wow.
They were brand new.
And
Some,
you hear a lot of that. Yeah,
somebody's, yep. Hmm.
we had the little roadside libraries. There's one up there at the college up there in town, and also there's one at a park up there in Harrisburg, Kentucky. There's one little there. I'm sure there are other places too, but yeah, I check every once in a while, see what all they got in them. But I don't need no more books. I got enough books. But getting on that garden stuff, yeah, a guy told me about that. He used cream milk, like this instant milk, carnation, instant milk, whatever.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You can put it in and add water to it, make it more. But he said you can also use powdered milk if you wanted to. And that's what I've been using, powdered milk. It's what does that say? I think that was my biggest problem. The tomatoes wasn't getting enough calcium.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just have to see how it turns out. But
Yeah. I went out this afternoon and in the pouring down rain and checking where the grass, I spread it out, checking to see what's coming up, what's not, spread out some more grass seed. And so it was an earthworm about that big sticking out from underneath the ground, because the rain, they got to leave the ground or they'll drown. Man,
Yeah.
he was about that big sticking
Wow.
out there. And I said, go that way, boy. There's all kinds of paper in that grass. Just keep going that way. Eat all that stuff.
yeah, I've been good worm took fishing.
Hmm. I tell you what, that feeding them paper in your grass works really well because I get little tools that I can dig the weeds out of my yard, and any vibration on the ground, worms come right up out of there like you wouldn't believe, man. Oh, they're everywhere, and they're not castings they leave behind. That's some of the best stuff around.
Yeah, it is. And it's free. You don't have to buy it from Amazon or the store.
No, sir, not a penny.
Yeah.
Just take a little effort, throw the compostable stuff and paper on the grass and mulch it up. Yep. Oh no, these are regular night crawlers. The night crawlers here are about that big. They stay down low until dark, and then they'll come up and feed. But the little wiggler worms, oh man, I got so many of those now. Wow. There's earthworms, and then there's night crawlers. Yeah, Carol, I'm glad to dispose of a few books like that. I make them into wax fire starters or into compost. Get them out of here.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, and I'd put a little note in there. Thank you for the material that I used to make fire starters with. I stick it in that box.
That's what I did with that book about communism. Yep. It all went into a whole box full of wax fire starters, man. Yeah, thanks a lot. Just light them up, throw them in with my weekly trash burn, and goodbye. Yeah, I'll go get a coffee. Be right back.
All righty. Is that another round of rain, or is that? Oh no, that's my water getting warm. Duh. Oh boy. 57 years old, and I forget 5 minutes later that I put some water on for coffee. Duh. You feel better? Some old lady was bragging about how big her earthworms grew. It was funny as she was a nasty know-it-all towards everyone, but had no clue it was an invasive jumping worm. That's what you get for being boastful.
I need to grab me some couple of Joe. I'll be right back, Barry.
All righty.
Hello there, Sylvester. Hello there. Hello, City Baxter. I'm dead. Come on, Sylvester. Oh, you're fighting. You know what? Sylvester.
Goodness, kitty. We'll lay down next to Dark Paw.
All
Wow.
right. Here we go.
Well,
There's
wow.
some of my sweet peas off the deck rail.
Wow. It's really doing good.
Oh, baby, they loving the rain. I don't like the rain, but man, they're going crazy. Look at they're putting the roots out through the bottom. Oh, I'm loving this, man.
Absolutely.
Mrs. has never smelled these flowers before, so yeah, I overseeded on purpose. So I just want to show these off for just a little bit. They're dripping water out the bottom. Oh man, they're going crazy. I'll be right back. I'll put them back outside.
Okay, Bob. Yeah, my mint is going crazy. Instead of growing tall, it's growing out, growing wide. But I'm tickled. I'm just glad that I was able to save it. And when somebody comes back, I'll go out there. I'll step outside, grab my mint plant. Saved a Walmart mint plant from probably the dumpster because nobody ever thinks to look in the produce section for plants. Shawnee, good evening to you. Randall says good evening too.
I'm putting out some fake farts to disguise my real fart. So you won't be able to tell. Hey, we'll play a little game. Guess the real fart. Let's play a game.
You know, I think they were both real.
Okay. You lost.
The passion vine was headed up by a palm tree that the iguanas got to it. Shawnee's been messing around with the mint, and yeah, you back. So I'm gonna go grab my mint plant. I'll be right back. And
right on. Yeah, I got that little teapot in a secondhand store and got some drill bits that are just made for drilling through ceramics and drilled a drain hole in the bottom. Yeah.
Come on in here, Sylvester. Come on, man. Come on in here. Come on, Sylvester. Yeah. Who is?
I don't have a fancy flower pot. I just used an empty plastic coffee tub.
Right on.
A passion vine.
Bigify myself here.
That's a mint.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah.
Just your regular run of the mill mint. Doesn't look great on this camera, but it looks a hell of a lot better than it did when it came out of Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's there's even new ones down in the underneath the leaves. So it's
Good.
It's spreading out. I might have to find me a spot in the yard and start some of it out there in the yard.
I got mint growing in my grassberry. That stuff, once it gets rooted in, it goes like crazy.
Yeah. The Tennessee Bushcrafter has a great big plot. He shot a video last year or a year before. It was huge. Just
Very mint.
could have been about 8 foot wide and about 8 foot deep of mint in his yard. So once
Very
it takes
cool.
root,
Yeah.
boy, it just it takes off.
Has a mind of its own, doesn't it?
It smells amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear a cat, right? Hey, at least I ain't growing no ganji.
No, I ain't doing that either. Oh, I forgot my coffee. Doggone it.
Yeah.
Lemon balm. Sounds like a rash ointment. For scurvy.
And this rain has got my cucumbers. My cucumbers exploded, but so far it's just a whole lot of big leaves, and I haven't seen any fruit yet. So hopefully that's coming up next.
Yeah, I figure when the rain here slows down a bit, that's when I'll start grabbing that Alaska fish fertilizer and watering my flowers with Alaska fish fertilizer. I love that stuff, man. It makes the flowers just go like gangbusters. But who knows when the rain's gonna end?
Yeah, we've had our share of it down here. That's sure.
If I put it on the flowers right now, Randall, it all was washed right out of the pots.
Yeah, they don't they do it right now. You waste your time.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be on there long enough to have any kind of an effect. It should be on there at least a day. Let's sit there on there at least a day before, or 2 days before it even effect.
Mm-hmm. It should be. Yep.
At least 2 days
Mhm.
before it rained. I don't know. It'll slack off one day. Seems like everything in my garden shot up since that rained today. This afternoon, I looked out the back door at it and I said, "Wow, wait." I gotta stick them. I gotta stick my tomato plants. Probably do it this week. Probably have to get some more sticks.
Did you put the German ones in this year?
Yeah, I put them. The ones I grew from. I only bought one orange, yellow tomato plant, and the rest of them I grew from the seed. Some of them I thought were going to make it, and they shot right back up after I started doing that treatment. They shot up there. They're going to be a little bit behind the rest as far as producing anything raw, but they'll catch up. I ain't used no tomato cages, that's for sure. Tomato cages are okay if you got a little small bed like what's your name had there or something like that. But if you go put them things in a regular garden, oh my God. Especially them German plant tomatoes that just vines everywhere. And they'll pull them plumb out of the ground. So the cage is sitting there wrapped around the plant, it's off the ground. It's just like it's got a jacket on or something.
What a mess.
Those are some damn good tomatoes, though.
Yeah, oh yeah. And
He gave me some last year, boy. I tell you, I love those.
Them ones my brother made, put out there, and he just kept on getting tomatoes off them damn plants. Kept on. They produced way up there. And I was right in mid-November, toward the last November, they were still putting them out. And then, I learned my lesson. Them tomato cages are okay for them regular big boy tomato plants or something like that. They don't bush out much,
Yeah. Beef steaks are good aromas. Yeah.
As long as because you're defeating the purpose if it pulls the whole damn thing out of the ground. It's just sitting there hanging.
Yeah.
The plant. I'm just gonna stick. I got a bunch of sticks, so I might have to get some more, cut some more. I'm gonna stick them. Put one stick each one of them. Let it ride. Keep them up off the ground and just let them. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let my cousin. All he done was just he didn't even stick them. He just let them hit the ground.
Yeah, I can see why if they push out like that. You might as well just.
They're a lot easier. Well, if you got them stick good, they're easier to pick off that way. But you don't have to dig around in the bushes. Yeah, well, let's see what they turn out. My carrots didn't do too well. My carrots didn't do nothing. I sold them. I did a little different next year. I'll sold them separately. I won't even try to sow them in the row. I just have to make a little bed out from it. I got some radishes too.
I'm gonna copy and paste a channel here.
Okay.
Just
Oh,
he's a
bless you.
fella. He's a fellow I talk to once in a while on international chats. He's in Australia, and he feeds himself off of his land that he homesteads. He retired about 20 years ago, and he sold his business and moved way out in the Australian outback. And he's been working on his place for about 20 years. And I'll see if I can get that into the chat here. Peter of Barbaria. There we go. He doesn't. He's pretty straight up when it comes to gardening. He knows what he feeds himself. So stubborn old Australian guy, little hard to deal with sometimes, but as long as he and I stay off the topic of politics, we get along very well.
Oh yeah. Wow. Everybody's got their different beliefs and
Yep.
set in their ways, I'm sure.
Well, I've been enjoying those international panels because, well, the most of them are hosted by Filipinos who are working abroad. Or one of the ladies who hosts a panel will be in Hong Kong. Another one's over in France, and a lot of Australians go to these chats, and they have all this misconceptions about Americans because that's all they know is what they see on TV. It's like, let me set you guys straight. We're not that much different than you are. I mean, really, we're not that much different than you are. We all want the same things in life. I've cleared up a lot of their misconceptions and their TV watching BS. So it's been helpful to them, I think. And they once they get off their soapbox of Australia, and like, wait a minute, these guys over on that other continent are pretty much like we are. It's like, but you can always tell the TV watchers, the ones who watch TV and believe everything they hear. They're hard to deal with. You got to get them to calm down a little bit and listen.
Oh, so the propaganda machine is still working.
Oh boy, they get hit with even more than we do. Yeah. Especially when you live way out in the outback and all you can get is 2 or 3 channels. That's all they hear, unless they can get a good, clear internet connection.
Yeah, well, I say we probably have some kind of misconceptions of other countries as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know I used to, until after I watched a bunch of them, and I pretty much figured that they're as bigger buttholes as I am. We're all one big happy family.
Yeah, I've found that when you're talking to someone who's in their living room, who's not a newscaster, who does not have a political agenda, that's when you're going to really know what's going on in their part of the world. Why would they lie to you? They don't have some agenda to follow or script,
Yeah.
And everybody I've ever talked to around the world so far, we all want to raise our kids, be left alone, have a little bit better life than our parents, and leave a better life for their kids. That's just how all people are, no matter what they look like. Yeah, Carol, I guess that's a problem with living in the tropics and foolish people dropping stuff into the waterways and all that. That's just crazy, man.
Eh. X. I still can't get over Twitter being called X.
I don't even have a Twitter account, and
I don't either.
I don't even have an X account. I just never did. Before when it was called Twitter, and it was, police bad.
Yeah.
Was one reason why I didn't get it. But even now, since you got a little bit loose, I still ain't done it. I have no need to. I mean,
Yeah.
I got a Facebook account. That's pretty much it, and YouTube. That's pretty much it.
That's same here, Randall. All the other stuff, I
could care less,
I got the Facebook so I could say good morning to my family overseas once in a while, talk to them a little bit, post pictures so that they can see that the wife and I are doing well.
Yeah.
The flowers I'm growing in the garden, and YouTube for this, and that's it. That's enough for me.
I got a Rumble account, where I can watch my own stuff on our stuff. But other than that, as far as social media goes, Facebook's the only one I got.
Yeah.
And
that does enough.
I'm hardly on there.
Trying to find I'm trying to find a creative video that I saw the other day, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to find it again.
We're not allowed to see them type of video.
Creative. Oh yeah.
Creative.
What was I thinking?
You're calling it creative. Well, let me do the air quotes. I can't do them with my screen off. Creative. Now I'm back. Now I'm going back down.
It's one of those videos I didn't think, I saw it and I thought that's pretty cool. But I never thought that I would want to go back to it again. And of course I didn't. I don't even know. I can't remember what Facebook group sent it to me, but they shared it with everybody in the group, not just me. But now now that I want to show it, it's like, it's buried deep in X now.
Can you explain it?
I don't know if I could or not. The way she done it was really cool. She prepared a spot in the yard for flower pots, and then she took I think it was rebar. She nailed that into the ground, just hammered it into the ground. And she took the first flower pot was a big one, and she stuck that in over that, stuck a hole in the bottom of the flower pot, then stuck the flower pot over that pole to the bottom. And then she kept stacking them, and one would be facing to the right and another would be facing to the left. And then she put flowers in all of them.
No.
And it was a pretty cool illusion. They all looked like they were about to tip over, but it had that rebar in the middle to keep them from flopping over. But yeah, of course, I'm not going to be able to find it now. But
I want to give this young Filipinas. I'll share a link to this young lady's video. If you want to see what country living is like over in the Philippines, I like her channel. I run into her on some of the lives once in a while. And this is real country living in the Philippines right here. Nice young lady.
You need to be careful when you run into young ladies.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I don't know if that went through. Yeah, but she lived not too far from where Mrs. and I reside, and we'll see. I'll see if I can. Yeah, I think that got her link right there. Nice, honest young lady. I know she's 30 something, so not a kid, but that's country living in the Philippines. She's got a little farm patch where they grow all their own food and stuff like that. Yeah, country living. Hmm.
Carol, daddy.
Hmm. Yeah, thou will never forget that. Oh my
That's
Lord!
McWatty.
Run, Forrest, run! Yeah. Wow, she Miss Che Tippett Che. That's the name of her channel. And honest young lady, and a country living out there where, like I said, grows her own food. And you should see she made one video, but she took it down about the flowers that she grows at her home, and they're all potted, and God, they're breathtaking. Just nice young lady. Just a recommendation of someone who's decent who lives overseas.
Get two male cats outside duking it out right now. There's always those two boy cats that gotta assert their dominance.
I'll subscribe to it there, Bob. That looks interesting.
Yeah. See how they farm over there is far different than what we do, And pleasant
they
young
use-
lady.
they use
Yeah.
ox and plow.
Yeah. That's how they do it over there.
Mhm.
Her family ain't got a whole lot of money, so she lives in a farming part of the country, and she'll go for her morning walk and on live and walk down the street and show the rice farmers out there doing what they do, and really just a genuinely honest person on YouTube.
I think.
Yep.
It's been
There you
raining
go.
for 2 days already here, so the rice field is starting to ano na.
Well, they used to do that here in Kentucky. They used to
Start na
use
silang magbungkal ng
mules and
bunga sa
Mhm.
rice field.
Yep.
that's how they used to plow.
Yun yung
That's
Yep.
how they used to do.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There wasn't
Yes, sir.
no tractors back then and everything. And
Init siya.
them oxen, they can pull they're yaks. They're called them's yaks. They look like yaks.
That's a water buffalo.
Water buffalo.
Yeah, if you hear her call them carabao, they call it a carabao, and the way they pronounce it's like carabao. It's a water buffalo, and those are the most mellow animals I have ever seen. They're when the farmer releases them from the plow, it'll walk right over to a mud hole and go lay down in a mud hole and just sit there chewing its cud.
What are they doing? Plowing in mud?
Yeah, it's a rice field. Yep.
Para tamnan na ito ng
Well, he's pulling that plow like he ain't even tied behind him.
Yeah, nothing to it. Mm-hmm.
palay.
Yep.
Tatamnan siya ng palay. May
But been a mule, he'd been sitting there balking up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
started
I seen them.
There's a boy up the road
Yep.
from me. He fools around with mules a lot. That's what he
Pero
does
feeling
that.
mo is parang
He got tractors and stuff. He not playing with them mules.
sa init.
Yeah.
Well, like I said a little while ago, Randall, you see how we all really are not that much different from each other. Because my grandfather used to use mule teams and oxen to work the farm, and we're all about the same. But those things, man, they really are very. They don't complain. They just pull along and just calm. And I seen them in the mountains carrying big carts full of wood, chop firewood for cooking, and they just lope along the highway. Plump.
Get that other one tied there. Go to it in case the other one gets tired.
Yeah. Just unhook and hook him up to the next one, and
in the Philippines.
Uh-huh.
That's the old style yolk.
Yan.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
They probably made them by hand
Yep. You know they did. Mm-hmm.
because you couldn't buy them no more.
Yung isa, kumakain ng grass, eating grass. Yung
Yep.
isa naman, yun.
That one's taking his lunch break.
So ito is rice field ito. Patam na ng palay soon. May manok pa dyan, no?
Nice young lady. She has a live once in a while. You can go on there and just say hello to her. And
Tsaka, ito yung guava. May bunga na
guava.
siya.
Look at that. That food grows all over the place down there.
Yun. So, yun o, nag-iisa pa lang. Kasi maliit pa lang itong guava na ito. Ito naman siyang bunga. Yan. So, ito na yung kalabaw. Pupunta na siya dito.
Carabao. Let's.
Yan. Kalabaw.
Mhm.
Hello.
Hey, Carabao. Good morning.
Yan. Kalabaw.
I'm trying to see what kind of plow it is.
Oh, that's old rice. They already harvested the rice,
Kalabaw.
and they're plowing plowing it over to get it to compost down and getting ready for the next crop. You know.
I was wanting to see what kind of plow it was. If it's
Oh,
a single
okay.
plow or a one bottom plow, or is it just
Kalabaw
a
in
certain type of plow they're
the
using over
Philippines.
for that mud?
Kalabaw. Philippine
Well,
Kalabaw.
you could probably.
It might be that V-shaped one that
Philippine Kalabaw Center.
it's got two
Mhm.
metal.
I was kind of watching it how it was plowing.
Sabi niya yun, nagka-fresh.
It looked like just a regular old one bottom plow, what they call one.
Mhm.
Guava, guys.
That's kind of what it looks like.
Yung guava.
Yeah, you could if you subscribe to her, you could take a look, and when she's on a live or something, ask her if she could make a video about, and she will.
Yun na.
You know.
So,
I'll-
that's it
she'll-
for today's
I'll
video,
accept
guys.
her.
See you again on my
Mhm.
next
Or
video.
something. But I was just interested in that.
Yeah, yeah. Even though they're on the other side of the world, we're really not that much different than each other, you know. But that young lady is honest as the day is long. Nice gal, nice gal. I'm hoping that next time we go down, if we get a minute to pause and take a break, we'll be able to all of us get together with her somewhere, like in a mall, and do a collaboration video or something like that. That would be really,
Yeah,
you know.
doesn't hurt that she's
That sounds
good looking.
interesting.
Mm-hmm,
That sounds interesting.
mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
But she lives somewhere around Davao where we're going, but I didn't ask any details. You know,
Oh.
I'm like, okay, that's enough. You know, but yeah, I had asked her if it's possible that we could get together for a collaboration, and she said, yeah, we could do that. Just bring your wife and a family, and you know, I'm pretty sure my brother-in-law could drive us out there wherever she lives, and that would be one heck of a day right there to have a. I know how Filipinos are, man. If you're going to arrive at their house as a guest, they're going to put on a spread of food, baby. Oh boy, you know. Or we could meet her in a mall someplace, something like that, and have an interview and lunch together and stuff like that, you know. Nice young lady, good channel. What you talking about, Shawnee? That's soaking. That's yarn.
A blanket that somebody made. I think it was somebody made.
Oh,
Yeah, Passamaquoddy made it, and she's going to because it's acrylic,
oh,
and she's going to soak it in that conditioner, that hair conditioner, and it'll soften it up.
really?
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Oh.
Passamaquoddy, she's sharp. She knows a thing or two. Or three.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I make my camouflage stuff as acrylic yarn, so we can hide our stuff or hide ourselves. I
Yeah.
didn't know you could put. I had no clue about that. Same brand, similar brand as Heart, was this. I'll be darned. I had no clue.
It makes it softer. What she was talking about, that conditioner makes it softer.
Right on. Yeah. Oh, the first channel, the Australian guy, I got to tell you though, if you sub to his channel, he doesn't answer his comments. The best way to talk to Peter is if he's on a live, if you see him somewhere on a live, and then talk to him there. He doesn't like to answer comments. He's just stubborn old man,
I'm pretty bad at not answering comments too on my channel. I've tried to, but
The only time I'll answer them if I go through there, I happen to be checking my analytics or something, and I look over at the comments, and somebody's left one, I'll try to answer it in a negative or a positive way.
I'm pretty prompt about it, pretty prompt. Like example is the last video I posted about chopping up those books, and posted that, started cutting the grass, got done with my day's work, and then came in the house, and then I go back over and start answering comments. That's just how I've been doing it for a long time.
yeah, don't a lot of times don't know that somebody commented until one, I either refresh my YouTube page or I go into my analytics or all that's my YouTube studio.
That's why I don't have a good chance to answer it, or remember to anyway.
Yeah, that's the way I do it, Barry. I go to YouTube Studio and go from there, go right to the source.
That one video I put on there, Barry, about the solar eclipse and that, and before that was the moon rising.
Mm-hmm.
Someone put on there that says, "The moon is not rising in the sky with the clouds. That's the sun. I don't get it."
Oh my
And I typed in there, I said, well, I'm sorry, but that you don't get it, but everybody else does. And I left it at that.
That was a gentle slap to the head.
Yeah,
I like that. It was a nice little touch.
I'm sorry that you don't get it, but everybody else does. And she's talking about the title. I mean, it's somebody critiquing crap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What and I know I reference this guy's channel a lot, but he's funny as hell. You just got to understand his dry humor. Not a Rubicon Productions. If somebody leaves a stupid comment, he pins it, and everybody's allowed to make their comments against this person. It gets pretty damn funny. It really does. Some of the stuff people come up with, because they'll be like, "I've been a ham radio operator for 50 million years, and I know that you're just an a-hole who's looking for attention. Well, I'm not going to give you any attention, and I won't be back on this channel." And I'm like, he pins it because that obviously needs to be pointed out that he's,
he just did.
Cares. Yeah.
Well, he just did.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it just, some channels just get a lot of hate, and he makes light of it. There's no point in letting it eat away at him or anything, or change his channel just to suit one person. He's just like, oh well, pin that comment, and then everybody can poke fun at him.
Oh boy, here we go. One of her other videos of them Christmas caroling. Yeah, yeah. I've done that. I've Christmas caroled.
Yeah, I recall you made a video where your family went around. And
Yep.
that was over in the Philippines, wasn't it?
Yep. Oh, that brings good memories, you know.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Nanai gave some coin. Grandma. Nanai means grandma. Grandma gave him some coin. Oh, that's cute. I like that stuff, man. Just simple way of living, you know.
And
You know, people watching videos, your video, it's like be 6 months from now. And somebody will make a comment about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They'll be, they'll not. Depends on how much it's circulating.
Oh, this might load in this century.
You'll get all kinds of idiots.
Is that Dripping Springs, or is that the one behind your house?
Which one?
Oh, that one. I can't remember one.
There's the moon.
I'm thinking that's the one behind the house.
Cresting over starting to crest over the
I'm thinking it is.
there.
I can't remember. That's pretty much how she stated it.
Yeah.
It was so stupid. The comment was. I didn't feel like it. Well, I felt like jumping their throat, so I just put a
Catch its
little
star there.
reply.
Sometimes I like to troll the trolls
Look
and
out, look, she was shining
just answer it in one single word, a word that has nothing to do with the topic at all. Like one guy, I went back and forth with this jackass for 2 or 3 days. I answered him Rangoon. That's the name of a city in the country of Burma, Rangoon. And he got mad. Why did you call me a goddamn Rangoon? And, and we went back and forth and back. Well, why did you call me that? Because last Wednesday the car wouldn't start, you know?
Well,
troll the trolls, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, here it is. It's not the moon. Are you saying the moon is shining up on the clouds when the moon is millions of miles away? Think about it. Something isn't right.
Focus is right.
And his Goblin's response was, "Most get it. Sorry, you don't." Oh, that is epic. I don't know why it's not showing the. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay.
I didn't respond to it. That post had been up there for like a week before I even responded to it. I said, you know what? I'm just going to have to respond to that.
Yeah. I've even made videos about some of the creepy comments. Yeah. Creepy comment of the day.
I haven't got any of them. I don't remember if I ever got any of them or not.
Oh, I've gotten plenty over the years, man.
I did anytime you're in there long enough, you will.
Mm-hmm.
There's the flooding right there he was talking about.
Oh yeah, that ducks on high water ducks.
Yeah, down here in Holmes Bend, it's flooded quite a bit.
You could probably done without the commentary, but
But we've got quite a bit of rain down here.
oh
Well, at least
no.
the boats.
Don't think I've ever seen it this way.
Well, at least the boats are in their natural habitat.
Yeah. But the ducks don't like it. They're
Yeah.
sitting on a log. They were sitting on a log. I got too much water.
Mine are. There's some ducks on the. They're enjoying it.
Hey, he's filming us. Act like you're doing something. Act like you're doing something. Well,
Holmes Bend, Kentucky.
no, it ain't. See them trees right there? Now that there's where the. Let's see. Yeah. Just about 5 foot this way from them trees is the edge of the parking lot. You can see that they said it was 7 foot above flood stage.
Yeah, this where them trees is.
I checked.
Where them tree starts right there is in the parking lot. There's a little sandy beach there. You can see that.
Well, you see the swimming area right there. But
Boundary thing right where the swimming area is usually at. And yes.
I shake the camera around a lot just to throw people off.
Down in here. It'll take them a while to clean that up. They'll clean it up in short order. Yeah, quite a bit of rain they've had.
I say they've already. I hadn't been down there since.
Lake is up. That's where.
I think I made that about
People down here
2 weeks ago or something like that.
Spots.
I hadn't been down there since then. They may have all that cleaned up by
A
now.
lot of people get down here fishing.
It won't take them long to clean
Chilling
it up.
out. The parking lot's pretty empty for the most part.
The rest of them are smart, parked up on high ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I come around through there and I said, "Oh my God!" I said, "This parking lot seemed like it was a lot bigger than this." I said, "Oh my God! No wonder."
Sorry,
I know it. See, that's why I done it, Carl. I want people to have seizures.
More places next week.
I had Spice to my channel.
Check them outside where
I make people have seizures when they watch them.
we usually come down here.
Oh, what caused you to have that? Oh, I watched this stupid video and it was like all over the place. I had to go to the hospital. It's wonder Carol didn't make a comment. I would have had to make some kind of nice comment like that one too. I'd be like, "I'm sorry for your loss of seizure. Hope you get better." I shot a short like this today. You shot a short. Shot a short.
Was it Harvey Velez from Fantasy Island?
Yeah. You shot an iguana.
Buzz the plane. Hervé Vilches. Hervé Vilches. Buzz the plane.
On upper on that video shows them Barry shows them ducks on that picnic table sitting up there chilling. It was funny. It was. They sit up on that. There's, I think there's 2 or 3 ducks sitting up there, just sitting there chilling. Water all around them. It's funny. Yeah, that's what I would say there. That would be my reply to you, Carl. Sorry for your loss of consciousness.
Here we go. Here's a.
Close your eyes next time.
Can I present a video here, Barry? One of Miss Che's videos?
Yeah.
Okay. Share the screen, I think it is. Yeah. Cooking chicken. That's one of the same young ladies video right there. Cooking chicken. The charcoal's made out of coconut husks. They ain't big chickens like what we ate. They're organic chickens. They just eat what they eat, and yeah, that's some good eating right there, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's coconut shells use it for charcoal. Yep. Yeah. A lot of Americans see that. Oh God, I would never. Why not, man? It's good stuff. It's natural meat.
No. See, because when
Mm-hmm.
Dad's company he worked for had the company picnics, we had it was like a Hawaiian theme dinner. So they had, crab meat and lobster and shellfish and all that, and then they had chicken, and they were actually cooking it over a spit like that.
Yeah.
Of course, they weren't scrawny little chickens, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who's that guy?
Some advertiser guy.
Oh.
I don't know.
And they did the pig
Mhm.
in the ground.
Oh boy, yeah, that's
with
some good stuff.
the hot coals and everything. Oh my God, I was tearing it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, oh, I'm going to be brave and try some of those oysters. That done it. That I was sick the rest of the day.
Oh,
I liked them, but the problem was I liked them too much, and I already had all that other food on my stomach.
oh boy. Mm-hmm. Stuff yourself.
I was so sick. We had 2-hour drive back home.
Oh,
I was miserable.
oh.
I was hanging my head out the window. I mean, I thought I was going to puke several times because
You
we
crap
were on
yourself? Did you crap your pants?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got home and I went to bed. I woke up the next day. Well, did you get enough sleep? I said, yeah, but I don't feel sick anymore too, so I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But it was because I don't know, he worked for a really good company at the time, and they were kind of family oriented, and so my video, as silly as it is,
Good night, Carol.
oh, good night, Carol. Thanks for stopping in, and I hope tomorrow morning you wake up feeling 100%. So my video ended up inspiring some crafting, a crafting channel. Well, 3 crafting channels that were
A crapping shell.
they were crafting, not crapping, crafting.
Oh, okay.
Inspired them to actually paint. It would help if I press play. So it inspired them to paint the sunset or sunrise in this video. So they ended up doing that during their live, and I was blown away and honored at the same time. And it was 115 feet in the air. I just took off from my driveway where I usually would park at because the weather was a little questionable. The app said it was good to fly, but I kept ever so often I get this breeze, and I noticed the breeze was picking up. And there's one spot in the video that you can see where the drone tries to compensate for the wind, and it gets a little bit. Yeah, I thought they was going to blow it right into those trees, and I'll be a sad puppy. Well, we'll look at it here in a minute, Pastor McClady. I appreciate that. The soundtrack was actually recorded separate because this drone doesn't offer microphone input. The higher priced ones from DJI, you can plug this little microphone thing into the top of the controller, and it'll record your voice or whatever's going on around you. But I just recorded it separate, and then I added the the sound effects in. That was recorded at the same time I flew the drone. It's 2K, but my software only does 1080p because I'm cheap and won't buy the full version.
I get that. Yeah.
So it went from 2K to 1080p. But I could have just uploaded the raw footage, but
That's really quite something there.
as it's coming down, it pans to the left. I think that's when I started catching wind. Not breaking wind, just there, right there. It picked up.
I thought you said breaking wind.
It could have been. I could have been breaking wind at the same time.
It's nasty.
It's like under 249 ounces, so, or grams, I'm sorry. So I don't need to register with the FAA, but on the other hand, you also have to be careful with the wind. If you have a larger drone, it's not as easily affected.
We call that kind of landscape here in Washington. We call that a bowl, where it's kind of a valley, but kind of a bowl in the middle of the mountains. Yeah. Those were good places to go deer hunting, because you sit on the edge of a bowl and you can look 100 all the way around you almost. That's a pretty area. Mm-hmm. Nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Now I'm jealous. I want a drone. Damn
it. And Randall, I figured out what all those. I figured out which way I was looking when I was looking, like in the same direction where the sunrise was. Where I was trying to figure out. That was Carpenter Creek.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then if you were to look to the left, matter of fact, I could pull up. Yeah, Houstonville. It was. I seen the cell tower over there by Dairy Dip.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did. I was able to pinpoint everything using Google Earth. You can download files off of the drone, and it will give you a map. And it's like, it uses Google Maps. You can choose any map service you want to, but I chose Google Maps because, it's usually pretty good. And then I took that data and I put it into Google Earth, and it showed me where everything was at. So there was some red buildings with white tops. That's over there on Carpenter Creek.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started to put everything together. I'm like, okay, I know exactly which way. What throws me off is because this road's got curves in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think that you're looking at certain directions. You're really not.
Yeah, I was looking at it when you were showing it there. I had it pretty close. I figured out.
Barry, that one video you got on accident of that light coming out of the woods flying across the valley, that still crosses my mind from time to time. That's just like, what the heck?
And I'm working on that video. I'm just having a little bit of trouble because there's so much. I got so many files to work with that my computer goes, not today.
Oh, okay.
But I'm working on it because I want to, now that I have a way to reenact it. You see where I'm going with this?
I get it. Yeah. What was it doing out there? Yeah. Yeah. Where did it go? I get it. Where did it come from? Where did it go? We can see it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Smart.
So I'm working on it, just piecing it all together and make a video that makes sense.
Now,
But yeah,
if that was a machine, like a little drone or something, that had to be law enforcement, maybe, but I have never seen any animal in my life that puts out light like that. Nothing. If it's a wild animal, wow, that's a new discovery there.
well, if it was an animal putting out light, that would, I mean, brighter
Mhm.
than a lightning bug, then that's pretty damn impressive, whatever it is.
I agree.
Um, I
Make sure you share that when you get it all put together or whatever. Or just you got my email to send me. I really want to take a look at that and see what the heck, because that still goes through my mind once in a while. Like,
yeah. You know which one we're talking about, right, Randall?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know I showed you the video. I gave you the raw video to watch, I think.
I think it was, I have to look at it again, but, it looked like it come right over top of the left part of the ridge and straight across. And it was pretty daggone low. Pretty low, so I know it wasn't an aircraft.
And it was a moving pretty good, too.
And it was a
it
move.
was.
And it wasn't a drone either, because if it was a drone, it had a rocket tied to it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I can't. It classifies as a UFO because it's unidentified. So, I don't know what it was. But around in here, you see things like that from time to time. You just got to be in the right spot at the right time. You see things in daytime too. It's unexplainable. That you kind of do a double take. When you do a double take, it's gone.
And
Yeah,
so, so she knows that I didn't forget her. Here's Passamaquoddy's blanket she was talking about.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's awesome.
What's that wrapped up in it? A dead body?
She might be a serial killer cannibal. You never know. She could be.
Never can tell. I hate to bring that out, but now it's out there.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Right on, girly girl.
Nice and multicolored. Well,
it looks cozy, that's for sure.
Yeah. You hear all kinds of stories around here of different ones seeing things, even during the daytime, that they didn't say too much about it to anybody because they're afraid that somebody would call them crazy, but you'd see things, on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you'd see things up in the air, not very high either. You'd be like you'd have to do a double take, and you'd catch it out of the corner of your eye, or you'd see it straight on. If you blinked one time, it was gone. And it doesn't surprise me.
Okay, so sorry, go ahead.
I'm done.
For reference, in case nobody, I'll just show this again. I know I've shown it on here a few times already, and it's a sneak preview, I guess, but to give us a reference of what we're talking about. There's no sound with this because WeatherCam doesn't record sound very well. So I'll play it again. And really, when it first comes out, it's not going very fast, but it picks up speed right about there. Now, I've
It's
shown
moving
that.
along. It's moving along at a pretty good clip.
Yeah.
I just
Okay,
don't
I've shown that one.
It's not a small plane or anything like that. It's not a large plane. We see them here all the time, and I know what they look like and things like that. And you know, like I said a while ago, you just never know what you're gonna come upon. And the problem is with that, you never know what you're gonna come up on when you're just out and about, walking around in the woods or out in your backyard, for that matter.
Okay, so I think Bob stepped out, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
I gotta wait for him to come back, and then I'll show this other part. Just give you some kind of reference. So we showed the craft moving. I'm going to show you.
Oh, okay.
This is drone footage, and it's basically pointing like where the mouse is right now on the screen there.
Mhm.
Right in there. I mean, there's no way it would have been. Let's see, it would have been right here.
Yeah, I remember seeing that telephone pole before. Yeah.
See, that's a big tree back there. That darker one, that's a big
Yeah.
tree. So it would have. Oh no, my screen just went black.
Uh-oh.
What the deuce? I must be taxing my.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully it'll recover because it's still black, and I don't know what to do to fix that.
Uh-oh.
I didn't touch anything. This happened the last time I tried to do this. Okay, it recovered. Thank you. Let me close Messenger out. Maybe it'll give me a little more resources. And let's just go back a little bit, and then we'll play that. So I'm kind of panning a little bit.
Yeah, it went
So-
off in that direction. Yeah. Mhm.
So we go to the right, from the left to the right.
Mhm.
So I think I start to pan again. If not, I'll pull up the video that's the right one. But
If you had one, Barry, that showed where the camera's at in the daytime, you'd have a better reference, I believe. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
this
that's
is
what-
the wrong.
Yeah, that's going to show you a closer up view, and it's not going to give you the scope of the direction, and everything. Reference points.
Mm.
That's what was messing me up. And it was causing me to have a seizure too.
This the weirdest thing I saw up close was when I lived in another city here years and years ago, and I'd been working all morning getting ready we're going to have some friends come over for a party, backyard party. I sat on the deck or the patio and was taking a break, and I'm facing this way. This is my backyard. And an object about this big came over the back fence. It was transparent. It was transparent, and it had like triangular shaped wings. I mean, it was about this size, and had triangular shaped wings. Might have been more than one wing on each side, but it came over the fence, came into my backyard, and I had a waterfall. I had made a waterfall in my backyard. I had it running. And this thing came over my backyard, went to the waterfall, looked at it for a second, circled above it, and went over the neighbor's fence, and it was gone. It took this amount of time over the fence to the waterfall, circled, and went over the neighbor's fence that fast. And I was sitting there, and it was transparent, guys. It was transparent, but and it made no sound at all. And I just went, what, and I went in to tell who was my wife way back then. I said, I just saw something in the backyard. And no, I'm not high or nothing. I just saw something. And I tried to show her its path. Its path was a 6-foot fence, guys. It just went over the fence, the waterfall, and over another 6-foot fence and gone. That fast. This thing scanned my entire backyard and gone. Like that. Like,
Yeah.
No, there ain't no telling, dude.
I was like, yeah.
You never know. Like I said, you never know. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, that thing just shot to the right from there, didn't it? Or like that? Was that more
Yeah,
or less
so-
a light path?
Let me pause that. Back it up just a little bit. So the
Mhm.
drone is almost. Whoops. Yeah, almost. It would have been more around this pole, behind the pole, off the screen. That's why I was
Yeah.
trying to use that other video for reference. So
Mm-hmm.
you could kind of see, you could kind of get an idea of where the camera is in relationship to my house and this whole scenario, because the drone is almost directly in front of the weather cam. It's on my front porch.
Yeah.
The weather cam is 6 feet off of the ground. It would have been higher, but the landlord's son took the only ladder they had left, and I guess he took it to the scrapyard for dope money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah. Wait a minute. I don't know why am I wasting my time with that? I've got video that shows the camera.
Hey Barry,
Yeah.
if you easier if you done it, go to my Shadow Valley channel and look up UFOs over Somerset.
Yeah.
And don't play the sound, just show the video. It's a short video, it's not very long. It was taken, my sister took it before the virus hit. So I shared it to a channel I know, L.A. Marzulli, and I sent him the link to it, a copy of it, and he put it on his next program. He had a whole segment about it, about that video. It was you just have to watch it, make your own mind up what it is. Did you get it? Yeah, that's it. I don't know how good it's going to show up on there, but there you go.
Either the internet's being stupid or my computer is, but
I see that? Look, right? Well, she'll show it. It'll come back right there.
yeah, solo it. Bring it
Well,
a little closer.
Right there.
Thank.
What's that?
That's what my sister took about 4 or 5 years ago over in Somerset, up in the sky.
Oh Lord.
She was freaked out about it.
Yeah, that's not very far from us, Bob. Somerset isn't.
Mm-hmm.
You see, there's 3 of them, but she'll. I think she zooms up closer on them. I can't remember, but if you looked at it on your own computer, you could see it probably.
Yeah,
Better.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Because I've got it as big as I can get it on here.
Well, I think she zoomed up on it too. Could you see that one there, and there's one below, and it was 3 of them.
There's one. No, I'm on the wrong screen here. You see my mouse?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right there.
One. Well, the one that freaked me out was the larger thing that shifted to the left and disappeared. Went out of sight. Was like, what?
She
Yeah.
there were some other people standing out there in the parking lot and watching it too. They that's the reason why she started filming, because they hollered at her, told her look, and she looked, and there it was. There they were.
Wow, look at that.
See, there's a history about Somerset, the area. It draws a lot of things like that. In this whole area, basically, the Pennyroyal world. Nope. It's very you just have to see it at I sent to that one site, and he didn't poo-poo it. He couldn't figure it out either.
Oh, here we go. Okay, this might make it a little bit easier. I thought I did something. And then I'll show the video of the drone that's flying right in front of the camera. But this right here should illustrate it fairly well. I've got too many windows open. That's why it's acting up. It really needs more RAM. But what she said. That's what I hear. Well, there we go. Side by side video.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make your full screen here.
See that white arrow? Let's go there.
Yes. Oh, I'm already soloed. Okay.
Yeah, look at that.
And just for reference, my weather cam doesn't move. I have to go out there and physically loosen it up and move it. Although
can you play
earlier,
that?
Yeah, I can play it again. Well, it
Yeah. There it goes. Now, did that come from way back at the other end of the valley, or by that telephone pole?
With that white.
Uh-huh.
Do you see that little dot right there?
Is that the
mouse was
telephone pole?
pointing at? Yeah, that's right behind the telephone pole. It's somebody's security light.
That thing's moving, and it didn't make any sound, did it? Or nothing recorded.
I mean, that was one of those moments where I started recording, and then I went off and did something different, and wasn't paying any attention to it.
I get it.
Later on, it hit me. Oh crap! That thing's been running for an hour. I don't need that much footage because my computer would have a fit if I tried to edit that. And
yeah, see, it's high above the telephone pole. It looks almost like the same parallel with the mountaintops.
Yeah, that part's throwing me off big time.
That's it. It's moving fast. It's not a. I can't. Maybe it came from the other end of the valley. You think right there where the end of the bowl is at? You know, in the end, and it was right over top of everything. Holy crap, man!
See, you could because that's this whole right through here is the west.
Yeah. Right.
This right here would be like northwest.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been coming out of the southwest, right in this area here.
Is there any airports or anything in that direction, or anything that would
To
make
the
sense?
north of us, yeah.
To the north,
there's
Okay.
there's the
Yeah.
what is that? Stuart
That's,
Powell Field.
Yeah, Stuart Powell Field. It's a small airport. It's not
Oh, okay.
big enough for commercial.
Right. Mhm.
Yeah, they can have business jets in there and small aircraft, but they don't have enough room for a
Right.
747. As the cat parks herself in front of the screen.
I'll see if I can.
Oh, Lord.
I'll see if I can find a comparable video here on YouTube to what I saw in my backyard. The most research I could find out was years later they called it a flying rod. You know, but it wasn't what I saw, but it was close to it, you know. Okay,
I was pretty sure. There's so many files here to go through. But it did fly. The day that I was goofing around, I flew it out by the pond over there. I came back and I was right in front of the cam. I don't know. It's in here somewhere. When I'm not doing a live stream, I'll find it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can't find anything on YouTube that can describe what I saw in my backyard that one day. I'll never forget that. Broad daylight, late morning, sunny day, you know. I saw it with my own eyes, not through any camera footage or anything like that, you know. This like weird, man.
This you can ask Randall. I mean, this valley has a history, from what I understand, of unexplained things.
Oh yeah, going back way back. I've heard tales of and stories about all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Well, it was so odd though. The thing I saw was larger than a damn insect. It sure as heck wasn't a bird, and if it was a machine of some kind, which is what I'm leaning towards, it was way above what we've got. It was transparent, it was intelligent, and I can't explain it. It was almost like a hollow, transparent tube with wings. We're like, what the heck was that? You know? Yeah, and we continued on and had the bunch of friends come over who were really not my friends, because I took a couple of the guys aside and I said, I just saw this before you guys arrived here. You can tell who's really your friend or not when when they go, oh, you're a fucking liar or whatever. Like, no, man, I am not joking with you. I just saw this in my own backyard. Blah, blah, you know.
Here in a minute, you'll see where the camera's at, neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's basically what it flew over top of, was that land right there.
Yeah, in the road, and It had to just barely clear the knob. You think, neighbor? Would it just barely clear the
I
knob?
think it's more to the right of the knob. There's more to the right when it came through from the looks
Yeah.
of it. From the looks of what I'm trying to guess at it best. It's more like
So yeah, this is really
hmm
this is some really glitchy footage because I was just learning the drone, but as we come in, oh come on, move, cat! God, see that right there?
Yeah. Yeah, that's your
On the-
camera. Okay. Okay.
I hear you, kitten.
who's that person standing there?
I don't know, but I wish you wouldn't get on my porch. It's dangerous.
Looks like a transient.
I think he's trespassing. What do you think?
Oh no. Scary.
Oh, it started breaking up right there. What the heck?
Oh my god. He's
Cat, like I get like 2 inches to work with on my desk here. But yeah, so that's the camera. That's you can see it might be 7 foot off the ground, but it's somewhere
Mhm.
around 7 foot off the ground. It's got the infrared LEDs and the camera's right in the middle.
oh crap.
So
Is there lawlessness that goes on in that area it flew over? Is that a possibility? You know, that they're flying something over for surveillance of someone or
I wouldn't think so, not in that degree. It could
Yeah.
be a possibility, but I don't
okay.
you know, they don't have nothing like that anyway. It moved that fast around here. Yeah, it could have been feds, or it could be a fed thing, but I don't know.
I hear we've had a few nice days this spring, just a few. I'm outside pulling weeds and gardening, and I can hear a drone going nearby my house overhead. One day it was just once, another day it was just once, and another day was 2 times. Man, I haven't been able to see it, but man, that sucker it's always on the same flight path. Always. Out down near the end of the road by a parallel road, and he's ripping. Whoa! Like always the same path, always. I just like
there's some racing drones made out there too. A lot of people built them themselves, and
oh, okay.
they were on about 60 miles per hour. I mean, they would like get it.
But in my situation, in that direction that the drone follows, is there's some apartments down there that are kind of sketchy. You know, they're a little bit sketchy in that area. So I'm wondering if maybe that one that's coming over my place might be for law enforcement surveillance. Maybe. I mean, you know, I never hear it hover. I never hear it turn around or anything. It just and it doesn't come back. I was like, what the heck?
Oh, kitty, that's my milk. You can have that milk. Fine. I was looking in a drawing community, and there was someone posted a link to a video, and how I can't remember what city or state it was in, but he's people were using a drone to transport dope back and forth.
Well,
So
I've
they
heard of
were
that.
they were manufacturing it at one place, and then they would deliver to another. And
I have heard of that. Yeah.
what gave them up? Got them in trouble was the drone followed the same path every time it went out, and people
Oh,
started
people.
paying attention to it, and they turned it
Right.
in.
I get it. I get it. My wife told me she heard on a radio on her way home there was someone was delivering drugs to the Pierce County detention center by a drone. You know, so that would not surprise me. Hmm.
Yeah, that don't surprise me either.
Hmm.
Wow. Well, they're trying to pass a bill. Not so much for recreational drone flyers like myself, but for these companies that use drones for their livelihood. They want to basically ban the ones that are using DJI drones like mine, and that's going to hurt a lot of businesses because, see, their whole stick on this is that they're a security risk.
Okay.
That because they think that DJI, because it's a Chinese company, they think that they're leaking personal info. They're leaking photos and videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's stupid, because if they
Yeah.
stop and think about it, China's already got stuff up in the air, satellites and stuff.
They do.
They know where all our stuff is.
They have
I mean,
access. They have access to every computer on the earth. Traffic cameras, all that stuff. But what it comes down to, my assumption is it's the big companies trying to push the competition out of business. We're
Yeah.
gonna license them until they can't afford to use theirs. Yeah.
And this company, I mean, they have a huge following. DJI is just, they're not just a drone company. They make cameras and, microphones, and just, they make a lot of stuff, and they're afraid of the competition. I think that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not about leaking information, because it's already been done.
Yeah. That is a fact.
They're foolish to think that, people are going to honestly believe that this drone company is leaking information, sending information back. Here's the deal. I don't have to, my cell phone does not have to be, I could turn my data off if I fly my drone. I don't have to have the data on. I don't have to have a cell signal to fly it. It doesn't fly off of that. It flies off 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. And if it runs into interference, it automatically switches to the cleanest band.
Mm-hmm.
And I could turn my phone completely. I can put it in airplane mode. Just kind of
Here's
ironic.
my drone, Barry. You see it. I don't know if you've seen it up close or not.
Close my. Well, that's pretty cool.
It's a Vivitar Sky View. It's a 360 Sky View.
Oh, that's pretty cool, dude.
It comes with extra blades and stuff like that. Battery pack. Battery here goes in the ass out of it.
Cool.
I'll say I could probably order more another battery for it. And
There's the lovely Verna. Hello, Verna.
Yeah. Hello, Miss Verna.
and by the way, I had pants on.
Thank Thank God for that.
I don't want to relieve you all of any kind of anxiety that you
Okay.
may have.
And she said, "Kuya, Bob."
Kuya Bob. I mean, Brother Bob. Hello, Verna. Hello, Guapa.
I know that.
Okay. Learn
She
a little bit
schooled
here and there.
She schooled me.
Okay. I told you she's a nice lady right there. I told you.
I know that.
Mhm.
Doesn't hurt that she's very attractive.
That too. That don't hurt. That don't hurt. Pretty and sweet. That's the way a man likes a woman. Pretty and sweet.
Does that have return to home, Randy?
Yeah, Barry.
You lose connection, it'll fly itself back home.
It's got a it can run off GPS.
Oh yeah, then it probably does. It probably does have return to home.
I got to I ain't finished even programming it. You got to calibrate the gyroscope on it.
Mm-hmm.
Got to spin it around on the edge of it and do that. I need to do that here next little bit.
Mabuti guapa ikaw. Kamusta? Talking to Verna. Kamusta guapa. Mm-hmm.
No, my shaving, I shave.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
How are you doing, Vernon? We're good on this end.
I'm gonna say it looks like it's raining out there.
Probably is.
No, it's just foggy. It's just foggy. Really foggy.
Barry, do you know what PO means? P-O?
It's I know it's like a form of respect for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can use that word for. You can use that word for male or female. Po. That's Tagalog. That's the Tagalog language. And when she answered back, "Mabuti din po," it means I'm doing well, sir. I'm doing well also.
Yeah.
Now, if she talked to my wife, they would not be able to understand each other. Different language.
No, it might surprise you. the women trade information back and forth. Yeah.
Oh, they do. These women talk, man. You can't get away with nothing. You can't get away with nothing.
Say, Lord, he got up this morning, kissed Bob, and he just let one rip. Oh, yeah, so rude.
My husband irritates me so much.
Yeah.
I'll do that once in a while. Like she's on the sofa right now, watching usually religious programming, and I'll just go in there and just walk by her and give her a little poke like that. Chick, what? I'm just irritating you. I have to. It's on my schedule. I have to walk by and irritate you every once in a while.
I've been told several times, go off and do something else, please.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you what, when the missus gets quiet, I just leave her the hell alone. I make a big gap between her and I.
Oh, yeah, you bet. Get off the... Go on,
Mhm.
cat. My God.
Yeah, sir. When she's quiet, leave her alone. Usually it means the lady's working something out,
Yeah.
Well, guys, this 114. I think I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, I'm going to here in a minute myself.
All right. Mhm.
Go to bed.
We've gone 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Anyway, Bob and Barry, I'm gonna hop off here, and
Alrighty.
y'all have a good one. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Okay, later, Randall.
Take care over there, neighbor.
Mhm.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah. Verna, there's a vacant spot for you. We could use something guapa up here to look at. What do you think, Miss Verna, if you're still around?
There's a link at the top of the chat.
Yeah, I don't want to creep her out or nothing, but she is a pretty lady.
Yeah, I'm not gonna creep her out either.
Yeah.
I can't be. You know,
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I get
I
it.
can't step out of line.
Mm-hmm. Verna, do you know? Let me see if Verna's even still with us. I don't know if she's still around or not. But let's see. I don't know if she's still with us. Let me check it out. Yeah, she's still there. Verna, do you know Miss Tipid Che? Yeah. Okay. I shared out Tipid Che's channel on Barry's here. She's from Mindanao, and I said, you guys want to see a country living in the Philippines? Watch her channel. It showed the Carabao out there pulling a plow through the rice fields, and she is a nice young lady, nice, respectable lady. Country living it's very similar as to here. City living and country living, it's the same in the Philippines. It's a whole world of difference. Very different. Oh, her channel name is Tipid Chick. Tipid Chick. I'll type it in the side chat here. Her channel. You might know her. I don't know. The Filipino girls tend to run in the same circles. They know each other. Miss Tipid Chick. That means like frugal. I am frugal me. Tight, thrifty me. I don't know if you know her or not.
Been staying busy, Verna?
Trabajo na? Are you at work right now, Miss Verna? ¿Qué hora es?
Kitty cat, you're laying in a very, very wrong place. You're in my way. Things. That video reminded me I need to get my TV antenna off the roof and check it out. I might hook it to my stereo because I don't watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
Nice thing is that it works for both TV and FM radio, so perfectly good stereo sitting over there. I need to start using it again. Cool. So a family trip sounds like it to me. Maybe the next day or two I'll stitch that video together, that light and wherever it was, and maybe I can make it all make sense. I don't know.
Oh, going back to be cold, huh? Okay. Let's see if I can. See if I can find that video on Tubi. I'll see if I can copy paste real quick. There we go. I found a couple of good movies on Tubi. One of them I've talked about before. This is that movie called Nefarious. Now it's about a demon. So if you're a little sensitive about that, but the dialogue in that movie is fantastic, man. Let's see if I can copy and paste it in here. It's on Tubi. Paste. Let's see if I can get it to go through. Tubi TV. Yeah. Intense movie.
Yeah.
But it is about a demon. So in case you're sensitive about that stuff, but it's no vomit, none of the nonsense. It's an interview with a convicted killer. He's about to go to the electric chair with a psychiatrist.
Huh.
The psychiatrist is supposed to deem him mentally competent to be executed or not. The whole movie is those two sitting at a table, and he's talking to the demon inside that murderer's body.
That's
wow. Creepy. Yeah, it's very informative about how they operate, how the demons operate, how they get inside of you, and how deep evil is in our societies as a whole. It's really deep, Wow. I'm probably going to bounce off of here, Barry, and leave you all to your odious apparatus. Mm-hmm. All right. Take care, Miss Verna. I wish you the best in vacation.
Yeah, Bob. Thank you for coming up. And
thanks for having me.
Thanks,
peace, everyone.
All righty. Have a good night, Bob.
All right. I'm going to go check on Mrs.
All right. Well, with that, I think I know you just got in here, Verna, but we've been on for almost 4 hours, and it's been a long, crazy day for me. So I am going to say good night. I'm glad that you did stop in, and you let us know that you're doing well. And I hope to catch you on the YouTube streets here pretty soon. Take care of the family over there. Everybody that's come in, appreciate y'all being in here. And y'all stay safe out there.